Welcome back to the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I am your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky. The ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives, and the six. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. We got a whole lot to talk about tonight, so I'm not going to waste any time. Appreciate everybody up in the chat, everybody that's here and all that good stuff, man. Just happy to see everybody up in here. And of course, I got my brothers in the building. So I got to introduce them while we up in here doing the thing, man. So y'all already know, starting off first, of course, my good friend and brother doing his thing on this recruiting. He got some major things coming up, and I can't wait for the world to see it, man. It's gonna be dope when it's finally coming together. My friend and y'all brother, Jonathan Lewis. What's going on, dog?
Going on, folks? Man, Alabama won, and there was just drama filled all weekend. I know this is going to be a great show. I don't know how long this show's got. We can go for 6 hours on this one tonight.
Hey, sure. Man. Hey, trust me. That's why I said, man, if you was on the, I wish you was on the live show, man. How I was feeling. The post-game show after, man, I was pissed off. Just how that game ended and everything, just watching it. Because I felt like we left a lot on the bone, but we'll talk about it. Good. And of course, Mr. SC Season himself, man. He's back from Auburn. The David Ruffin of all podcasting. The gold mic heard around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know. He was in the student session with his SC Season shirt, which is very dope. He's going to be dropping that line very, very soon. Make sure y'all show that brother some love. Our good friend and brother, Tez, what's going on, man?
Feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. Hey, my feet hurt, man. The students don't sit down in the student section. The whole game. Man. Come on, man. Man, I'm old, man. I need to sit down sometime.
You know where to go. You know where to go. We going to the press box. I told Chuck and them I couldn't make it to the game, man. So I just stayed at the house. I seen they was chilling up there. Y'all know him, Charles Barkley. Y'all know him.
Y'all know him.
Y'all know him. But y'all already know our other good brother. He just made it back. He was down there in the Texas State Fairgrounds, having a good old time, eating good. Well, he was feeling good until the game was over. But you already know, coming back from that Red River shootout, our good friend and brother, the man with the master plan, our good friend, Hall of Fame, Sports Own, Jason Watkins. What's going on, bro?
Always love the intro, man. Appreciate you. Tough weekend, man. We'll get into it, I'm sure, but it's never worse than when you lose to those assholes.
Hey, man, trust me. I lost to Auburn many times in my lifetime. It is never fun, so I know how you feel.
Never worse.
That's why I say I wish I didn't like you, man, because I sure would just try to rub it in, but I like you too much.
I'm here for it. That's what I was here for.
Oh no, I can't do that to you. But y'all already know. He was here on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, but he wasn't here for the rest of the week. So now he got all the homecoming out of his system. The man, the myth, the legend, Alabama's A&M former running back and graduate. One of the smartest people when it comes to this football, man. Extraordinaire. Mr. Underrated himself, man. Mr. Pull that thing up. Our good friend, Coach Shawn. What's going on, bro?
Man, much love to my broskies, man. Glad to be back with y'all, man. Feel for my brother Jason. I was a Sooners fan too. I was a Bama/A&M/Sooner fan. So I hurt right there along with him, especially how it happened. I'm happy my dogs won though. We put lashes to Mississippi Valley State's asses. Got a chance to see all the fellas. Had a really, really good time. The kids had a really, really good time. think Coach Shawn might have ate too damn much, though, because that meat still coming at me the wrong way. Meat plus fish plus gumbo. You know, I don't really eat a lot of meat, man. And, you know, it ain't a good time for Coach Shawn right now, bro. You know,
so you haven't got homecoming out your system yet.
Not for real. Little tummy is not agreeing with me, man.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm just happy.
Work today.
I went on to work, try to tough it out because we was off today. We was actually off a government holiday, but you know where we at, we pay double time if you come in. So I had to go get that bread, man.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame me. I just had to make sure because I remember you did tell me you was gonna go.
Yeah, but I went on in, toughed it on out, man. I'd be happy when that deposit go, but I'm just happy to be back with my broskies, man. Much love to everybody.
Y'all heard him, man. So we ain't gonna even keep y'all waiting too long. I'm gonna shout my good people out. Shout out to Dwight. I don't know why I say new member, like he's still a member. Definitely shout out to Kim. She also been a member. Definitely shout out to y'all always showing love. And there it go right there. It said Sharp Squad member for 2 months. Glad for Dwight to be a part of that squad that he named. So shout out to our good brother Dwight. And also Kimberly for say always support you, be sure, stay blessed. Always. I appreciate you always, Kim, man.
Great audience in here, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, y'all people are some great people, and I'm just glad y'all are part of it. And y'all already know we about to get right on into it. So we'll talk about our good old. Oh, hold on. Just got to shout out. It's so many of y'all in this chat tonight. Me. Good to see y'all.
Me.
I'm starting at the bottom tonight. I'm sorry, everybody.
Ebony.
Our good friend Ebony rolled tied up in this thing.
Ebony.
What's going on? I'm gonna make sure Jason hit this super chat too. But who else up in here? Toya up in this thing. Good to see you. Gelato, what's going on? Bishop, what's going on, bro? I know you got a lot to say, man. I know you got a lot to say. Herb and Raj, what's going on? Of course, our good sis Kim, shout out to you again. Keith, what's going on with you? Oh man, this chat moving. This chat is moving crazy, man. Definitely appreciate everybody.
Facts.
So man, I'll definitely shout y'all out throughout the show. So definitely appreciate all of y'all. But Jason, you want to get this real quick before we
Yeah. Shout out to Neilio, man. Thank you, Neilio, for the super chat. Appreciate you, my guy, as always. He's our Kansas State brother, man. He's always in the chat. Loves watching your show as well. He's our guy though, man. Appreciate him.
Oh yeah, man. And it's good, man. That's what I said, man. You get college football fans everywhere, man. I pretty much
his parents are both Oklahoma alumni too. So he he's a K-State guy himself, but he went man. He's got love for OU.
He the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they're kind of his family's kind of all spread out across the Big 12. I think he had a brother that went to Kansas too. So, and his wife went to Mizzou.
Crazy. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Neilio, man, and definitely shout out to Bishop gifting somebody a membership, and whoever got that, make sure y'all tell that good brother thank you for showing love. Please say thank you. But we're going to get right on into it, everybody. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button and share the channels to all your college football people, because we about to go in tonight. But Alabama over Missouri. If you was here over the post-game show on Saturday after the game, you seen how pissed off I was, especially with the right tackle position, because I just don't understand why we just can't keep Michael Carroll in the game. But it really just pisses me off. I guess Ryan Grubbs, he knows way more football than I will ever know. And I think the explanation maybe kind of helped, but I got to look at the full press conference today. But I know John got a lot to say about this game. So I'm definitely going to start with my brother, John. Let you go ahead and tackle this.
So I want to be happy as a Bama fan because we won. But at the same time, we left, just like you said, Brinsky, so much on the field before we got on here and talked. when I went back and watched the All-22, we left 5 total turnovers on the field, by the way. I don't know if anybody realizes that. We got 2, we should have had 3 more. Like, it was pretty much gifted right to us. And we didn't get on those. And the fact that we have a habit of, it seems like we get ahead, scripted plays, whatever, correct me, coach, or anybody that knows this more than I do. We get ahead on these scripted plays, and it seems like our adjustments on offense tend to fall a little bit short from that point moving forward, right? So what I'm talking about is probably leading into the second quarter, midway through that, and especially in the second half, in my opinion. Now, I'm personally, as a fan, watching this and thinking maybe I'm contributing this to a multitude of things. One of those is inconsistency of momentum because we're constantly rotating this O-line, right? So, I mean, I don't know how the rest of you guys feel. It's time for Formby to not be at the right tackle position. If you're going to have him on the field, have him as a guard maybe, but the right tackle position is just not it at this point. Very aggravating. Ty Simpson is playing his heart out. This dude is a warrior in this game, in my opinion, running for his life. It seemed like half the game, in my opinion, when it came to this game against Missouri. Now, look, don't get it twisted. Missouri's got talent. As much crap as I talk about them, they burnt me on the spreads and stuff, which, by the way, thank you for doing it again. It just continues to happen. Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, man, like, Derek Meadows getting blasted. We're losing him, obviously, on a concussion. Jam Miller getting blasted, losing him on a concussion this week, most likely. Neither one of those guys are going to see the field anytime soon, in my opinion. The inconsistency in the penalties is kind of aggravating. It's not to the, obviously, the amount Auburn, Georgia, and there's a multitude of others, but the targeting stuff has to get figured out, fellas. This is really aggravating. Not knowing what the hell we're looking at as a fan. I'm not a coach. I'm not a ref. But it seems like every time they explain it, it's something different. It's like, I thought the crown of the helmet was the top. You see it hit them, and they're like, nope, not targeting. I'm like, okay, so what am I missing at this point to make these things a penalty? What makes it targeting, right? So it's just the inconsistency from the refs. I look at this game, the bend don't break defense. We got 2 turnovers. There was some impressive moments, in my opinion. London Simmons, shout out to him as a freshman. That dude is holding his own when it comes to doing his job, filling his gap. I know that Coach Shawn taught me this, watching his stuff. It's a one-gap scheme. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If there's anybody on that line beating their one-on-one dude, it's London Simmons every single time. That dude is a straight-up dog. Yanze Pierre beating his dude on the edge almost every single. Does he get home most of the time? No, he's not getting a sack. But the fact that he's living in that backfield doing his job, he deserves more credit. I don't know what Damani Jackson was. I'm sure you guys brought it up. Was doing on that one play where he ran himself out of bounds, and what was explained to me is he was looking in the backfield at the quarterback, right, basically trying to chase the ball, not paying attention to what was going on around him. That was super aggravating. So I get it. We won. I want to clap and say, yay, we won. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, if we had this type of game against Tennessee, we're losing that game. I would say 10 out of 10 times. We cannot play that sloppy, that inconsistent. And my hat's off to Caden Proctor. Once again, this dude deserves probably the damn Heisman at this point for everything that he's doing for this offense. Ryan Grubb, I like the play calling so far. I haven't seen enough to make a judgment as far as, everything put together. But no, I just want to see more consistency, man. This run game, it tends to be up and down, and the damn right tackle positions. And by the way, running backs, you have got to learn pass pro, because this game was horrible. Jam Miller, Daniel Hill, everybody got a taste of the medicine.
Tennessee can do the same thing. You watch.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that was super aggravating because a lot of people were wanting to put it on Formby when sometimes it wasn't on Formby, and then obviously it was a multitude of things. And in this game was the first time I seen Ty Simpson second guess if he should stay in the pocket or not. And I'm like, and I kind of can't blame him because the dude was getting harassed all game by missed blocks. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, let me tackle this super chat by Piano Man too. He said, with the $4.99, our good brother, y'all know y'all can catch him every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. So make sure y'all check out our brother and also subscribe to his channel. Said with the $4.99 said, "Here's my weekly offering." I appreciate it, brother. Roll Tide, great show as always. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Much love to Piano Man.
Oh yeah. And I put a poll in the chat, man. And I asked y'all who should be starting at that right tackle. Y'all let me know who should be starting at that right tackle. Oh, I think the overwhelming answer what that gonna be. But Coach Shawn, what was your thoughts when you got a chance to go back and look at everything?
Well, I had to just catch this game on Sunday. I just watched it yesterday for the first time. And I got a couple things real quick, man. First of all, with Wilkin is one of my favorite kids on the team, man. The way he talk about God and you know, as a kid, I love him to death, man. I could never say nothing negative about that kid, but Wilkin right now is struggling at right tackle. You know, like you said, it's not all on him because some of those free blitzes was the running back's job to pick them up. But right now, when I watch Wilkin on 3rd and long, he's lunging. His hand placement is not very good. His feet seem to be stuck in the mud. You know, usually when you lunge, when you get tired, his pass set is just awkwardly slow for some reason. I don't know what that is with his pass set. His kick slide he don't get any depth on it. It seems like his lower body is not very strong. If you get him in space, they picked on him. That was clearly film study. Yeah. The way they ran blitzes and stunts to that side, that was clearly film. I'm telling y'all, that was film study. They had saw it on film and they picked on him. They definitely did. Tennessee's gonna do the same thing. I would do the same thing if I was playing against Alabama. I love Wilkin to death, man. And I am really pulling for that kid, right? Roll Tide to Twister, man. Much love, Twister. I'm pulling for that kid, man. But right now, Michael Carroll is playing better. You know, Michael Carroll is, you know, this kid is not getting all the reps, and he's playing better than Wilkin right now. And I'm not just going to get on Wilkin. Gino Vandermark is not playing well, man. Vandermark in pass pro is struggling. I did not like when they inserted Jaden Roberts, and they end up flipping Wilkin to the left tackle and taking out Dewberry. I did not like that at all. He struggled on that side. He gave up some pressures and a sack. They got to stop this BS, man. They got to stop this BS because don't look now. And you know, I know we're gonna get into it in the later in the week. But no disrespect to our Tide, who I love. But listen, man, we have not played a quarterback since week 1 that could hurt us consistently. Diego Pavia is not gonna drop back 3-step, 5-step and kill you. Neither is this kid Prubler we played Saturday. Neither is the kid from Georgia. Neither is the kid to Wisconsin. The teams you're about to play going forward, and please miss me with they look bad against such and such. Please miss me with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're about to play teams that can hurt you if you make these same mistakes. Tennessee can hurt you. LSU can hurt you. Oklahoma can hurt you. Give a damn what they look like. I'm telling you, you about to play the best crop of quarterbacks on your schedule going forward. And this stuff we're doing will get you beat. Now, as far as the game Saturday, as far as the offense, I'm an offensive guy. The throw that Ty made on 4th and 8 to Latia Brooks is probably the best throw I've seen all year by anybody. 5-step drop, Latia. But see, let me tell you something about Latia. Let me give him some love. He's attacking the top of the route, unlike some of our other receivers. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want no fans in my inbox. Latia is attacking on the out. He attacking the top. He's not just running out then jogging the rest of it. He is attack. That's why he got in front of the defensive back for Ty to put it there. Right now, Latia Brooks, man, I'm telling you, film don't lie. See, I don't watch the games as a fan. I watch it as a coach. I don't watch it with hopes and dreams of such and such doing well. I know what the film say. I don't really care what nobody else tell me. Yeah. I know exactly what the films show me. And AJ McCarron told the God honest truth. They can be mad at him all they want. He did not lie, right? You have certain receivers on that team that are not attacking the route. They almost don't want the ball. They're not turning around in time. Ty threw an out route to one of them, and he just ran this lazy route. Ball went in front of him. And I was like, what? It's almost like they didn't want the ball. I couldn't believe it. Yep. So Latier Brooks right now is a dog. Jeremy Bernard got a lot of coverage rolled to him. Don't think Jeremy is a part of what I'm talking about. Jeremy played his ass off, believe it or not. They was determined not to let Jeremy Bernard beat them, right? I love Latier Brooks to death, man. Remember this, man. Bama's pretty much we can say this now. Bama's a passing team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bama's a passing team. And I want to ask you guys, we won the time of possession, believe it or not, passing the football. Let me ask people in the chat, how did we dominate we didn't dominate it, but how did we win the time of possession and we throw the ball so much? Does anybody know? Not the panel. I know the panel knows, right? In the chat, how did Alabama win time of possession against this team by throwing the ball all over the field? It's very simple. I want to see what everybody's football acumen. How did Alabama have the ball 20 minutes in the second half and 38 total? We kept the ball 20 minutes in the second half. How did Alabama dominate time of possession and we throw the ball all over the field? How?
2 games in a row.
2 games in a row. You know how? Conversions.
No.
Very simple. Conversions, racking up plays, man. As we call it, the money down. Exactly. There you go, Bama ball. That's an A&M boy. So I knew he knew that. A&M young lady. So I knew she knew. So the money down, man. Third down conversions, man. That is how we won this football game. Third down conversions, second half keeping the ball for 20 minutes, not allowing the opponent to get anything rolling. So I definitely want to give the offense their just due, right? But I will say this on the flip side. Right now, Ty Simpson is feeling himself. Excuse me, Ty. Shout out to my brother Ty.
He's got a cannon too, bro. He's got a
cannon. But hold on,
Literally.
bro. He every once in a while he started to do too damn much, bro.
Yep.
I love Ty. I love the way he playing, right? But you gave up a lot of first downs to go deep. I watched this thing 3 times in a row. He ignored Jam coming out of the backfield on a 3rd and long. He ignored Isaiah Horton coming across a mesh route. He ignored Rico Scott coming across. They switch released and was wide open. He just ignored him. He looked dead at him, ignored him, and threw it deep, right? And Jeremy Bernard was double coverage. He had double 2 people on him. Right now, I love Ty to death. But you're doing too much. If you watch, Nick Sheridan kind of got in his ass a little bit, like take what the defense gives you. We don't got to go deep. We don't need to start this Jalen Milroe stuff and going deep every time because other teams want you to do that. They'll bait you into going deep. Take what the defense gives you. It was 3rd and 6 on one. It was 3rd and 4 on another. Jam was on a flare pass. Jam came out the backfield. He was wide open to the sticks. He looked at Jam and decided to go deep, and he threw the ball behind Ryan or behind one of the receivers, and they fell down. So we got to stop doing that, bro. We got to get back to what we've been doing all year. Take what they give us, right? We need to get Kevin Riley in the game a little more. He's going to have to be the feature back along with some other guys. Daniel Hill is the short yardage back. We got to get Kevin Riley in the game more. He's a threat in the pass game. We got to do better on the right side of the offensive line, man. We're giving up way too many pressures. Vandermark and Formby need to be replaced with Roberts and Carroll at this point in the season. That's just what it is. I love Wilkin. I am Wilkin's biggest fan. I am pulling for Wilkin Formby. He is my favorite player on this team, right? And I pray that he gets better. But right now, Wilkin is struggling a little bit at that right tackle, and it's to the detriment of getting Ty's head knocked clean off, right? And what's happening is teams are seeing this on film, so they're picking on him. They're loading their best. They're moving their best pass rusher around. They got to see this on film. Every time you put Cuevas over there to help him out, you taking a number away from the offense, right? We can't give you help every time, right? You got to be able to pass block on 3rd and long. Quickly, defensively, LT Overton, absolute dog. LT Overton need to be the field side edge the whole time. He's better than Quay Russaw. He's better than Yanze Pierre. He's better than any of them because he played the run and played the pass. I love Yanze. Got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but he was getting his ass absolutely Peter rolled in the run game. Straight up. He was getting tied up every time. He couldn't get off the block on the run game. Great kid as far as pass rush concerned. LT Overton, field side edge, set the edge, actually played leverage on the football, actually played leverage. His head was on the right side of the defender, of the offensive guy, right? He played leverage. He leveraged the football great. He didn't get caught up in the wash. You know, and the kid, anytime they ran what's called that wide zone, they like to run. A lot of people call it a lot of stuff, stretch, wide, whatever. You wasn't running to LT side. You wasn't running to LT side, bro. LT Overton was a grown-ass man out there, and he looked like a grown man playing with little boys. You know, I will get a defense credit because they did fit the gap, the D-line, D-line had the run fits pretty well. These guys, they fit the gap pretty well on the D-line. Linebackers still had their issues. Secondary coming up for run fits still had their issues. D-line played very well. The young kid that John just talked about, London, the D-line did their thing. Tim Keenan, I can't take nothing from the defensive line. They stopped Hardy. Is his name Hardy? They stopped this kid. Yeah, I can't take nothing from these guys on the defensive front. Yanze, he's got to get better setting the edge. He got to get better setting the edge. He provided pressure, true enough, like John said, but on wide zone plays, a lot of times he got caught up, got hooked, let the lineman pull and hook him, keep him on the inside. This dropping 8 stuff we're doing, that's cool, but you got to understand the quarterback is going to take off when you do that. You got to have a spy somewhere. When you drop 8, you got to have a spy somewhere in there because the quarterback 9 times out of 10 is going to take off. And finally, moving forward, we got to get better on the defensive side of the ball on stopping quarterback runs because you have you play Georgia, Vandy, Mizzou, and you know, these teams with these quarterbacks that can't really hurt you downfield. Prabula, whatever his name is, this kid never was gonna kill us downfield. Neither was Pavia. These kids don't possess the skill set to just line up and throw 25, 30 passes and beat you downfield. They don't, right? Every quarterback that you play going forward possess those skills. I don't want to hear about how to please miss me with how their team is doing. The team didn't look good. One thing about football that you got to understand, just because a team looked bad against that team does not mean they're going to look that way against you. Teams get better every week, man. You're about to play Nussmeier, a team who's not playing very well, right? But a team that can hurt you if you line up in these weird assignments that we keep lining up in the secondary, right? You're about to play one Saturday in the Tennessee kid, Aguilar. If you line up in these weird assignments, they're going to score points on us, man, right? Because he won't miss the plays that Prubla and Pavlik did. He won't miss those plays. He won't miss them, right? These kids are going to score some points. You're about to play the South Carolina kid. You're about to play the Oklahoma kid. And please don't hold the Oklahoma game against Texas against it. This kid ain't played for 17 days, man. I thought after the third series, they was going to pull him out and put somebody else in, right? He'll be better by the time they play Alabama. He'll be right back in the rhythm. You're about to play quarterbacks that if you line up in the same stuff, they're going to hurt you with their legs and their arm. So we got to get better on the defensive side of the ball, and we got to get better on the offensive side of the ball. Blocking and Ty got to get back to being Ty as far as the underneath stuff. Close your ears to the Heisman talk. Close your ears to the Heisman talk, man. Get back to playing underneath. Yes, we made some great plays, but you're about to play better secondaries moving forward. You're about to play better offenses moving forward. I'm happy with the effort, but we left a lot of points on the field Saturday.
Can I just say one thing too? Because I didn't give this out when I gave my
Please.
Since the Florida State game, guys, because I got to give props to the defense. Everybody wants to hammer Kane Womack, and rightfully so. There are definitely times you can do that, but we're 27% allowing on third down conversions since that Florida State game. 1 for 10 against Missouri. You're talking about one of the teams that was one of the best in the nation on third down. Number 1 in the nation on time of possession. I mean, I got to give credit where it's due because I was hammering Womack last year, and I mean, it looks like we're, as far as third downs, because that was the biggest gripe to me last year was like, we can't get these teams off the field. They're just converting third downs on us all day. So I got to give a shout out to that.
Yeah, and the big plays too. So
yeah,
that's what I said, man. The one thing that I love about us, man, if we see something like improving or you got to give credit to, we give them their credit. We just don't just talk bad about them. Fair. We don't talk bad about them like personally. We just talk about what they're doing or like what their job is supposed to be. But definitely shout out to the good brother Nilio with the $10 super chat. He said, here's to a fantastic show, bro. Man, appreciate it, man. Hey, man, these guys come up here, give their wisdom, and you guys make the show happen. So definitely appreciate you all.
One last thing, Brinsky.
Go ahead.
I did not understand why we dropped 8 so much against this kid because I mean, think about it. This Pribula. How do you say this kid's name?
I don't know.
Nope, nobody knows.
Pribula. like fibula in the leg. Pribula.
Yeah, I thought that was it. Pribula.
Okay, so Pribula, this kid, remember, man, the kid threw into the half field safety with the safety sitting on the damn hash, right?
Yeah.
Wide open receiver had ran an out route and was just standing over there waiting for the ball. He threw into the half field safety, right? On cover 3, middle of the field. Like this kid was not going to ever challenge you constantly going downfield. Now, the team you're playing Saturday, if you don't get any pressure on this kid, this score could possibly be 50-51 before you know it. I love what Womack is doing. It's just the play. This time it's on the players. Players are not the twists and stunts that we're running. They're not getting home. And you don't have to get home every time, right? But you don't want to drop 8 constantly on a quarterback that can tuck that thing and run it because he's gonna do that every time. I hope we get this together. Didn't Tennessee have a bye week that's coming off this past week?
Yep.
No, they play Arkansas.
Okay, that's right. They play Arkansas.
And almost let them come back, by the way, and beat them.
Yeah, they did.
So easily look ahead to the Alabama game. Yeah. This team we're playing this week, I promise you, we got to get some pass rush on this quarterback, man, because this quarterback to date, right now, this will be the best quarterback passing the football that Alabama's played to date, right now.
Yeah. And just I'll let Tez and Jason tackle this topic because I don't know what else need to be said. I know Shawn and Coach Shawn tackle this to the fullest right here. And that's why I was like, just wait till Monday. And I kept telling them on the Saturday show, on the post-game show, Coach Shawn, I said, just wait till Monday. I already know you gonna say something. I knew John was gonna say something about this because I was like, I can't be the only one seeing this right now. Thanks. So I got a lot of this out on the post-game show, and I'm so glad that we all agree on this. But Ted, go ahead and make sure all y'all hit the like and subscribe button. And also, if you're a Braves fan, I am giving away a ludicrous bobblehead. Soon. I don't know, but it'll probably go this week. So if you want a ludicrous bobblehead, you already know. Stay tuned. We do the giveaways like how we always do it. But go ahead, Tez, real quickly, and you and Jason will move on.
Yeah, I'll be brief with it, man. First of all, I want to say that if y'all remember last week, I called this score exactly on the head, 27-24 Alabama.
I still ain't go back and see that, which I still question.
I think you did. Yeah.
In fact, this week I did pretty good. I'm kind of kicking myself because like I should have bet some money. Like if I emptied out the savings account this week, I wouldn't even be here right now.
Hey, at least you honest.
Hey, I'd be somewhere with my feet up with open toe sandals on. I don't even have open toe sandals. But yeah, man. This is the only game Saturday that I actually got to watch. Because after this game was over with, I hit the road, and then of course I went to the Auburn game. So, man, what did I see? Missouri missed Kevin Coleman. Once Kevin Coleman got hurt, they had no down the field threat whatsoever. They couldn't beat you deep. So that was a big thing. I'm a big on, like, if y'all done heard me plenty of times say this. I'm big on, I gotta see it first before I just anoint quarterback. With that being said, Ty Simpson made one of the best throws I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That was a Sunday throw.
Yes, sir.
If I've ever seen one. And the moment that he they needed that. They needed that. And he made, like I said, one of the best throws I've seen, period. I mean, I've watched a lot of football. Again, Alabama, I don't know what I can say that they haven't said. Dominated the time of possession. Jam Miller, that injury to Jam Miller is got to be concerning. And I said this before. I see him this game on the video game, this season on the video game before the season, and Alabama went 8-5. And I went back and I was like, why did Alabama go 8-5? Jam Miller got hurt for the season. So even the video game thinks he's very important to this offense. And which he is. To Missouri's credit, man, like I said, I hadn't seen them against. They hadn't played nobody this year, so I was wondering what would happen with their defensive line. I'm kind of big on their defensive line in the other games, but to see them come out against Alabama, that guy number 9 Zion Young and number 8 Damian Wilson, those are NFL players at end. They are as advertised. Jeremiah Trotter's son led the team in tackles. He was everywhere, all over the field. But man, Alabama did a great job, man. I must say, Ty Simpson is playing out of his mind right now. And a lot of this hinges on him. Coach Shawn, I do want to ask. I don't have much to say other than what I've said, but I do want to ask you something. I don't know if you remember this, but in a previous episode, when we were talking about the Vandy game, I pointed out that Lazier Brooks was on the field a lot. Even though Ryan Williams led the team in receptions, it seemed like he was only in the game when he was getting the ball in that Vandy game, if you look at it. And now, fast forward to this game, he didn't even make the stat sheet, right? And he's coming in and out. They're using him sparingly. Do you think that's like an injury thing, or do you think it's just
he is injured?
You think that's what it is?
Okay. I think for this one game, I think he was hurt. I do. They used him as it looked like they was using him as a decoy a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I tell you what.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I tell you what. He better get healthy because number 17 is the real deal.
He's the real deal. That's a whole fact, brother.
And definitely shout out to Ty Hayes that put us on this last season at the beginning of the season.
And it's getting to the point now. Like if he balls out, it's getting to the point where 17 is going to be one of those numbers for Alabama where you got to be a dog to wear it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, man, like I said, I don't want to hold you guys up too long, man. Good job on stopping the run. You got Ahmad Hardy, only 12 carries, 4 yards per carry. Probably they gave him the ball more. He might have got over 100, but I don't know if that would have helped him or not. But yeah, I don't have much to say about it, man. Other than what y'all already said. Oh, I do want to say this real quick. Stacy, in the chat, I think you put me on these last episode. and I went out and got them, and I thank you for that. I've been on them ever since. Parmesan garlic dots, pretzels. I love pretzels, and the flavor on those are amazing. Stacy, I think
the company.
Dots is the name of them.
They owe you a sponsorship, man. They owe you a sponsorship.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. They do. I think it was Stacy that put me on that in the chat that one time. But I went as soon as I saw him in the store, I was like, yeah, I got this. And I've been buying them ever since. So appreciate you for that.
Look at Toya's last comment when she was talking about Ryan.
My fault. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true.
Yeah, it's before game, pregame. I don't know if you guys watched the pregame or not. When they were on the field warming up, Ryan can barely even run. Yeah. So his ankle, he got, what happened was in the Vanderbilt game, I'm sure you guys that follow Alabama, he got rolled up on after a catch going out of bounds. And when he got up, he kind of hobbled a little bit. And in this game, you could tell he was not making no cuts. Like he was not going to make those cuts.
Yeah, that's why facts.
Man, I wish I would have known that detail early. I would have never put him on my parlay. But hey, Ryan, man, get healthy, brother, man. Lottie, let me tell you something. You a dog, man. You are a dog.
That Brooks a bad dude, bro. He's a bad dude, bro.
Hey, let me say this too, man. I ain't gonna put no names on it, but we got to get tougher, bro. We got to get tougher, man. These running backs for Alabama got to get tougher, man. Getting knocked. We got to get tougher, bro.
I think Daniel in this game is really going to be super important for us.
Yeah, man. Give me somebody that's going to thump, man. We got to get tougher between running between the tackles. And if Kevin Riley was 20 pounds heavier, he'd be a Heisman candidate. I promise you.
Hey, what's crazy is, man, like I did not know. Like I know they keep saying that this dude's under 200 pounds, but he does not look like he
Kevin
looks like
Riley.
A big kid on the field.
No, absolutely not.
You don't think he looks like a
80? Maybe.
When I see him in the backfield, he look heavier than that to me.
No, don't worry, he gonna be in it this year. He gonna be in it more than.
Yeah, he about 180, bro. He if you see him in real life, he's small, brother.
Yeah, I never seen him in real life.
Yeah.
Now, if he pulls a Daniel Hill, yeah, you may be seeing a Heisman Trophy next year.
Yeah.
This is a awesome point by Lisa, and I'm gonna let you tackle it real quick, Jace, because I know we got to talk about your team. He said, I don't think Ryan would have played much if Meadows didn't get criminal. Man, what you say? That making a lot of sense now. That make a lot of sense now. So,
what's up with this sophomore slump, man? I mean, you know, it just seems like dropping balls a lot and stuff. And Jeremy Bernard's been the best guy, along with Latair Brooks. You know, I just feel like it's
too much pressure on one person, man. You like, hey man, if you ask,
I still don't think he belongs in the slot either, bro. You know what I mean?
Go read like what Devontae Smith said. I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we, you know, and I'm guilty of it. Sometimes, man, you know,
we all are.
We don't need to replace the work with reading the headlines. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's doing it, but the work is what's gonna get you where you need to go, man. The work.
But go ahead and tackle it real quick, Jay, so we can talk about y'all game.
No, man, I just thought as big as anything. I mean, obviously Ty Simpson's doing his thing, and I feel like that you had that very first penalty on Mizzou. They had you off the field. You get a taunting penalty, it changes the way the whole game goes, right? Because they just march right on down the field. It's going to be a 3 and out, and they march on down the field, score a touchdown. You know, you give them a second chance, and they hurt you for it. This is one of the things that you just notice with these guys. That Alabama just kind of continues to, after that first week, they just getting better every week, you know. And I was agreeing with you. I was definitely watching a lot of that. I was watching that game before I got to the Cotton Bowl, so I thought there was a couple of plays that he could have taken the easy ones. Ty could have taken the little easy ones, the dump offs, things like that. But man, he's legit when he throws it down the field. He's legit at it. So I mean, he's definitely. I understand him having trust in his arm and everything, but could have made it a little easier on yourself. And I think that's one of the things he's going to have to improve on moving forward. Because here's the thing. I mean, you're gonna come up against some good defenses, some more good defenses that you're not going to have time. And if you're only looking downfield, you're going to miss those guys. And so that's kind of where I was looking at that. But the defense to shut down the number one rusher in the country to 52 yards.
Yeah.
And only what do you have, like 12 carries, 13 carries, something like that?
Yeah.
Hey man. Yeah. I mean, he's averaging well over 150, isn't he? I mean, he's been lighting it up every week. Now, they hadn't really played anybody up until this point. That's why we were talking about that last week. But I think that first of all, you got to give a shout out to Mizzou too for hanging in there as long as they did and having a chance. You know what I mean? I didn't think that they probably were going to be that close.
Man,
but you can't turn the ball over as much as they did and expect to win.
I'm more pissed off that we kept them there because we should have blown them out. That's why I want him like, bro, the game shouldn't even been close at a certain point. Certain situations never even happened, and it was just on us. My fault for cutting you off too, Jason. But but we definitely about to talk about your team before we move on. Definitely shout out to Brian Branch because they tried to play my boy, and I understand. Like, I don't condone violence, but don't start nothing. Won't be nothing.
Facts.
And if y'all go back and look at what TikTok boy and Pat Mahomes were doing to him, it was well justified. It was definitely justified. But I understand you can't do that. I understand. But shout out to Brian Branch. Roll damn Tide. Just want to throw that out there.
Facts.
But
some of those players back.
Oh yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. The good old Red River Shootout. Man, when I tell you, I wanted to say something to my good brother Jason. I wanted to say something to my good brother Jay. I wanted to say something to my good brother.
I've been here. Hey, I've been listening to it. I've been here.
But I
don't run from the smoke, bro.
Oh no. But the thing is, man, I just like you guys. That's just the problem. I like you guys. And I really don't have no problem with Oklahoma. That's just the thing. man, I just don't have no problem with them. And
I can handle the smoke.
This
like
game was crazy.
They got to play better. They got to play better than that.
Because y'all got a stretch coming up, man. Yeah. Matter of fact, man, you talk about your team. What did you see over this game, man?
I just got to say that the main thing that you got to look at.
Hold on, Jason. Don't start. I don't mean to cut you off, but let me say this. Let me set the stage really quickly. Go ahead. Now, I ain't seen this Bevo dude in weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't seen him in weeks. We all had to ask, where you been?
Where he was at. Yeah.
Now you the one you going to see. I don't respect that.
Look at this
I don't respect that. Where you been, bro?
Can't do that, man.
Quiet, my boy.
Yeah.
Come here and talk.
Yeah, facts.
We don't do that, man.
When you got your ass hip tossed by Florida, your ass was comatose. Couldn't find you. So I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. Go
you
ahead.
running from the smoke. So
yeah, I don't hear that. I don't respect that.
Hey, yeah, and I mean, like I said, I'm always here, bro. I mean, my channel ain't nobody hiding. There ain't no reason to hide.
Jason pull up either way.
Truth is, they had every opportunity to get that thing done. And look, you can't. To me, I think it was a big mistake on the part of the Oklahoma coaching staff to play John Mateer. You played a big, Crow, my man, appreciate you. I feel like it was a big mistake on the part of Brent Venables and Ben Arbuckle to play him. It's one thing to start him. When he started throwing interceptions and you still got the lead, I mean, they dominated the first half, completely dominated the first half. You know, you can say what you want about that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, score should have been worse. Score should have been worse, but y'all couldn't score on that defense. You know, you talking about Arch is the Heisman contender for that. You didn't do shit. Arch didn't do a damn thing. So it was more about they're over there dropping interceptions. Yeah, you dropping interceptions and still can't put it in. You got lucky on a punt return. It is what it is, bro. I'm gonna give props to Texas for doing what they did. I'm gonna give props to Texas for doing what they did. But let's just be honest about it. If you put in a healthy backup guy, you don't go down there and have all them turnovers, and more than likely you win. Going down there right before the half, you got 35 seconds left. You hit a short pass, and nothing. 25 seconds runs off the clock before you get a timeout. They don't rush to the ball. They don't do any of that kind of stuff like you would have expected. These are the kind of things that we've seen out of Brent Venables and this staff at times throughout this time that he's been at Oklahoma. I want to see it get better, but to me, it's one thing that once he got hurt, I mean, you could see that. I know you guys watched the game. He was bleeding all over his leg. Bleeding, I mean, on his hand, and he's wiping it on his leg. That whole back leg was red, looked like a damn tampon. I mean, come on, man. So at some point, you know he's without that thumb. He's without that thumb because he re-injured it. He had to have, or he was hurt going in. You could tell pretty early on that he didn't have the same zip on the ball. He definitely wasn't accurate with it. And then he definitely missed some open receivers and stuff. You know, the first interception, I've been rewatching it. I've rewatched it 2 or 3 different times. But when that first interception that he threw, hell, he could have hit Isaiah Sategna down the left hash mark. He's walking into the end zone. Yep. Walking into the end zone. Instead, he throws it to a triple covered tight end in Kanik, and he throws it to the outside shoulder instead of the inside shoulder, and Malik Muhammad gets an interception. It just, you know, and I'm not blaming John Mateer for any of this. What I'm blaming is the coaching staff for allowing him to push himself forward. These kids, of course, they go to Oklahoma because you want to play in the Texas game. Yeah, you go for that game. But as a head coach and as a coordinator, it's your job to protect them from themselves, even in that situation. And I'll say this: if you don't believe in Michael Hawkins, putting him in, you could have lost him for the rest of the season. I don't know that you did, but you could have. It just doesn't make sense that you would do that early and then expect, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't, because Hawkins has more speed. He's got plenty of arm. We've seen him layer balls. He just hadn't had a lot of reps, and he's a true sophomore. He's 19 years old. Give him time, and he could have had it. But I'm telling you this, he threw off his bad foot, nothing to do with the thumb. That's bullshit too, Jeff. That's bullshit too. I was there in the stadium. You could watch it and see that there was a lot of wobblers and a lot of balls that were way offline because you got to have a thumb. You got to have a thumb to like hold the ball correctly. There's,
Yeah, you need
I mean,
that.
you know, and all you really needed to happen in this football game is just like what you said. Sooners to win says there, play a clean game. Don't turn the football over. It's wild, man.
Any one of y'all can come tackle this,
Let
man.
me hop
and,
in.
and hold on, before you go, I just want to throw this out there. Since Miss Susan said something to you about your Alabama A&M Bulldogs, how about them Jackson State? Them good old Jackson State Tigers.
Need Coach Al up here.
Yeah, in HBCU, by the way. And the refs tried to give Alabama State that last play at the end, man, and they still failed to get in there. So AS. Ooh, I didn't want to throw that out there, but go ahead.
Shout out to Susan, bro. Yeah, man. I watched that game, and after like the third series, I really think they should have at least tried to get Michael Hawkins in the game. To at least implement him some type of.
Hell, after the third turnover, they could have done it and had a chance, right?
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, bro, you could definitely tell dude's thumb what it was supposed to be. You could even tell when he was keeping the ball, running the ball, he kept trying to protect it. You could see it, man, on TV. We had the big ass screen outside and playing it, and shout out to Texas or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, stop acting like Mateer was healthy and wouldn't like stop it, bro. That kid ain't played in over 2 weeks, right? I mean, I thought the coaching staff would try to at least try something different. Texas defense was out. I mean, OU defense was sort of hung out to dry several times.
Yeah.
And
then BV's in there blaming the defense for missing some tackles in the second half. When your defense stayed on the field in the second half because your offense couldn't.
Yeah, defense was on the field for a long time in the second half, bro. Yeah. I would love to see these teams play with a healthy Mateer. I would love to see these teams play like that. What can you say, man? Those guys played their hearts out. Their quarterback, their trigger man wasn't all the way there. That's just a really big. When you really think about it now, from 100 feet. That is a really big game to throw a kid in that hadn't played in 2 weeks, man. That's a really big game, bro. As far as Texas, I love the Texas fan, Benji. They awesome. But come on, man. I ain't seen some of y'all since Florida whipped your asses. Like, come on, bro. I don't I don't respect that. That's why people don't like Texas. Because y'all like a bunch of rich kids that get your lunch money taken and go tell somebody to help you take your lunch money back. You know what I mean? Instead of going and get it yourself. Don't pop up in here talking, beating your chest after you went out there and got your ass whipped by Florida. Stop it. You went out there and got embarrassed by Florida.
Getting their ass whipped by Oklahoma too. Oklahoma deserved to lose the game because of the way they called it.
I would respect it if you just said, you know what? We showed up. We got busy. I ain't seen some of you since Florida did you dirty. Like, come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. I get it. You happy you won, as you should be. But come on, man. Like enough with this. The Bevo dude beating his chest. I ain't seen you. Arch Manning play like his name was Larch Manning for 6 weeks. Stop talking about what he done in this game, bro. You didn't win this game because of Arch Manning. Let's just come on, bro. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, man.
Prior to Sarkisian getting there, you couldn't even find a Texas fan besides Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, come on, man. I ain't seen nobody but Matthew. There's crickets over there. Come on, bro.
So you want to go next, Tez, or me?
I get it. I gonna get it out of the way. I think, man, in this game, I had to rewatch this one. I honestly think, I think Hawkins should have started this game for sure. I remember, Jason, I asked you, was this like a break in case of emergency situation? And I thought that's what it was going to be. I thought, Hawkins would start. If he ends up not looking the part, then they get Mateer in there. But like you said, man, after 3 picks, like, what are we doing at this point? Yeah. And he started bleeding very early in that game. Like, it didn't take long for him they showed him on the sideline wiping, the blood off or whatnot. But I think one of the things about Oklahoma that I've been concerned with is the lack of running game, and I think that showed up in this game. If you could generate some yards rushing the football, it would definitely help you out in this football game. So I think they need to figure that out. I think they said that maybe Ott was a little bit hurt and he's getting a little bit healthier or something like that. I read. I'm not sure,
There's
but like
a laziness problem, I think.
You think so? Yeah, but I think if you guys can generate some rushing yards, this is a completely different game, right? Then you can play some ball control.
Yeah, well, you gotta run the football, but I think it's to the point now that you realize it with
that's
Oklahoma,
not what it is.
They're not right. Look, you might as well spread it out and do what you can do. You know what I mean? Spread it out. Go for, if your major talent is coming from your wide receivers and your quarterbacks and stuff like that. Spread it out and go get it done, because somehow you got to have some complementary football. And if there's not, and whether that comes from the passing game, short passing game, that's what you do or not, you got to do something.
This your
you got to do something.
By the way, Jason
Crow, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Always good to us, man. Oh, Charles Crowsfly High is our guy, man. Appreciate him.
And definitely shout out to our good brother Gelato. Say if I was OU, I would have brought material back for the Bama game healthy after their bye week. Side note, why do everybody got to have a bye week opponent before they play Bama? I don't know, man. It was definitely set up that way, low key, but I think he would have been back way before that Bama game. They got a little ways before they played Bama.
You could have brought him back next week, maybe, or this weekend, maybe, or maybe even for the Ole Miss game next week. I mean, I'm telling you, if I believe that if Hawkins plays, they win. If Hawkins wins, Oklahoma wins.
The thing about it too is, like, I don't know, he just had surgery, and then you throw him right back out there in the football game. I don't know how healthy he left that game. Like, you may have extended his recovery time by just playing him.
That's what I've been saying, man.
Especially the way he was bleeding. It's like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, that's not good. I will say I give Texas credit for one thing. They found that running game. They were able to run the football. They haven't been able to run the football all year. They found some room on the outside, which
they were hating on that guy last week too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Facts. All the Texas fans was hating on Wisner. All of them. I seen the tweets. But yeah, they found a way to run the ball. They did what I thought Auburn should have did against Oklahoma, is run the ball outside. Instead, they didn't try to challenge those two first round tackles on the inside. They ran the ball outside. It was effective. A lot of it was effective because Oklahoma just couldn't generate any offense whatsoever, seemingly. So yeah, that's, like I said, that's what I saw from that. Arch Manning, he was 21 for 27. I mean, that's efficient, but not a lot of yards in that. I still left that game. You know what I say about him. I think he want to be a painter. I still don't think he
here we go
want to be a quarterback.
He play well.
And Bevo, man, you need to stop it, brother. Yeah, I don't like. I promise you, man, I could not find you. I couldn't
at all. None of us could. None of us.
Right.
Bro, I've never seen. I don't like when people. I hate when they even do it to me.
Respect that.
I'm like, man, if you talk to me when the score is 0-0.
Shit, who cares? Let him.
And he say Arch played well against Florida. Arch threw the ball 30 times.
Well against Oklahoma.
Look, he threw the ball 29 or 30 times for 260 and 2 picks. You sound utterly ridiculous.
You didn't watch that game.
You didn't watch exactly. You clearly didn't watch.
Well, you watch.
Somebody be talking, bro. You can't.
It's delusion, bro. That's what they. That's what they do. Is delusion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I got to shout them out for at least pulling this one off when nobody thought they could.
Fact.
I give them that.
And I mean, you give anybody enough chances. If you look at that first half, Oklahoma had them 3 and out, a lot.
You got to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And you do have to capitalize on that. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You got to find a way to go put some points on the board. That again, that fiasco at the end of the first half when you could have kicked a field goal and you throw one up for grabs that ain't really close to your guy at the 10-second mark. I mean, there's some things that are wrong, right? There's some things that are wrong. And you got to figure out a better way than that. But you put that field goal up at the end of that, they don't come out with the same level of I mean, to them, they felt like they had momentum. They did get some momentum with that. You get an interception to end it when you probably about to give up another score. It's wild, you know?
Man. Oh, man, this is funny right here. So Texas is the We Back program. You know how they are, man. You know how they are, man. They come to the SEC. We're going to run the SEC and haven't done nothing in the SEC. They just like somebody I know, and I'm going to make jokes about that in just a minute.
They didn't run the Big 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like let's stop all this.
I know, dude. Man. Hey, Oklahoma, when they talk about running anything, bro, Oklahoma had 10 more conference championships than they did in the Big 12. 10 more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like prior to Sarkisian getting there, go look. I tell all the Texas fans, just go back. Look, sportsreference.com is the website. You can go there, you can click on Texas, and you can look at every single season, and it'll show you the coach for each season. And I want you to look at prior to Sarkisian getting there and read the records off of me. Just read the wins. You ain't got to read the records.
I'll say this part in favor of Texas, and I said it this morning on my own show. My biggest problem is with Oklahoma itself. It ain't about Texas and their shit talking. They do that anyway. That's what they do. I'll say this. This is the worst Texas team we've seen in the last 3 years.
It is.
This is the best Oklahoma team we've had since Brent Venables got there. And you don't win this damn game because you go out there and screw it up. And this is completely on coaching. It doesn't have to look, I'll say you can say whatever you want about John Mateer and all that kind of stuff. Being hurt, he shouldn't have been in. They should have put him in. But this is a problem when you know for sure this is the worst team they're gonna have for the next couple of years, probably. And the best team you've had against the worst team they have had. It's unbelievable to me that you don't find a way to go get that done. And the performance they put out there is just pretty bad.
John, did you tackle this before we move on?
Yeah, I'm going to give a long take. I'll be honest with you. When I watched this game, I thought it was more attributed to the OU coaching more than anything. Number one, the moment you saw Mateer couldn't make the throws, plain and simple, why is Michael Hawkins on? You got to give your team the best chance to win. I didn't think the coaching staff did that personally. I get it. You were up 9-3 in halftime and all that good stuff. I took nothing away from Texas in this game.
It was 6-3 at halftime because they threw a damn interception instead of kicking right there. You know.
Yeah.
So like when I was watching this game, I wasn't overwhelmed with Arch Manning. In my opinion, he didn't have some outstanding game. He had, in my opinion, when you go back and watch, you had a great first drive coming out of the third quarter. So when I was watching this game, I'm more along the lines of looking at where has this team improved, from those two losses, the Ohio State loss, obviously, and the loss to Florida. Well, in my opinion, the run game improved with Wisner a little bit, but you're going to have to do more than that down the stretch until I saw the schedule. Texas is blessed with a schedule that is complete trash compared to everybody else, especially when you go watch or go look at the rest of it going downhill. So I give Texas credit for the win 100%. But, it's the same reason I was down on Alabama until we played a team with a pulse, right? So when we played Georgia, same thing I do with everybody, right? But at the end of the day, when I watched this game, you did nothing to really impress me to make you think you should have been the number one or number two team in the nation to start this season. What have you improved on so much to earn the respect back from that? I don't see it personally. I'm sorry. I don't take anything away from this game. I think Steve Sarkisian called a game to not lose versus being aggressive and to win, right? That's why I felt like this pace was so down. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just not impressed with Texas, right? In my opinion, I thought you should have handled them a little bit better than this, to be completely honest with you.
And we
Jonathan, I'm not so sure that they gonna navigate the schedule like that. I mean, at Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, at Georgia, Arkansas, and Texas A&M at the end of the year.
But I'm just comparing it to the rest of the SEC. Compared to the rest of the SEC, that's pretty laxed compared to what everybody else is going to have to deal with. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
And let me say this to BNG because I don't feel like typing all that stuff. I can't type fast. I'm typing. I can't type fast. BNG, I get it, brother, sister. I would never hate on you. Winning a rivalry game is tough and it's hard and it's difficult, right? And you don't be one of the Texas fans coming in here beating your chest and all of that kind of stuff. So it's never you. But you have to understand, some of your brethren,
him sometimes.
Some of your brethren,
don't let him fool you.
What is it?
It's Benji sometimes too. He talks shit just as much.
And that's cool. That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. I've never seen Benji just go off the wheels like some of these Texans. You have to understand where we're coming from.
He's not a complete clown. No.
Yeah, like nobody saw you, not you, but your brethren, when Florida slapped your shoes off. Nobody seen that. Nobody seen you. It was quiet. It was crickets. Right? Show up then and talk about it. Then when you show up when in the win, people respect it. People respect it. You can't just show up when you win, and then when you lose, nobody hear from you. People think you're a goof, not you, but some of your brethren in here. Like we don't even take you seriously. You must be. It'd be like a 12-year-old behind a profile typing. Like nobody's seen you. You got to show up. Win.
You know what I call that, Coach?
Huh?
You know what I call that?
What's that?
I think that people that do that, they just fans of their teams. They're not fans of football.
Yeah, and homegrown Cowboy, I get it, man.
I love football way more than I love my team.
Facts, I get it. We have a good time with it. But if you really want to be taken serious as a fan, you got to show up when Florida slap your Shawn Kletters off. You got to show up then and take it on the chin, bro. Right? I show up whether we getting our asses whipped by Vandy or whether we whipping Georgia. We show up. James Richards, that's a Georgia fan. He show up. He show up, bro. Right?
Listen, if I didn't show up when we lost, y'all would never see me. Y'all wouldn't even know who I was.
I ain't hard to find, bro. I got a channel. Y'all know where the hell I'm at.
Y'all wouldn't even know who I was.
Yeah, you got to show up in the hard. That's what make this fun. You got to show up in the hard times. You got to show up in the good times, man. You can't just show up then you want to talk more than everybody. You want to be disrespectful and send all these. Man, shut up.
You know what? I'm glad you saying this, man, because I've been wanting to say this for a minute, but I ain't gonna say no names. I want to say this about some Alabama channels. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not the ones that I mentioned. Ever. It's never the ones that I have ever mentioned. But it's certain channels, man, that I feel like are not real Alabama fans. Folks ain't never been Bama fans until they was good. They weren't there through the hard time, losing 6 straight to Auburn. I believe we got a lot of grifters. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Just want to throw that out there. I ain't gonna say no names. And if that person think I'm talking about them, yes, I'm talking about you. If you feel some type of way, whoever it is. And I may not be talking about you, but I don't care. There's a lot of grifters in this sport, man. And I just feel like folks just trying to capitalize on other people's stuff. Like, I know Jason is a real fan of Oklahoma. I know Tez is a real fan of Auburn. I know John, Coach Shawn, and I am real Alabama fans.
Facts.
So all these grifters, man, y'all just need to start calling these people out. Y'all know these people ain't no real Alabama fans. And ain't even people that we dislike. Yeah. I know certain channels that I know that I dislike. They are real Alabama fans. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too much. But I know they Alabama fans. But man, all grifters of all fan bases, get them out the sport, call them out. Like, bro, you just trying to capitalize off the sport.
You want to show up and talk more than anybody. You know what I mean?
I know some people personally that if you go far enough back on their Facebook page, you'll find them in a Miami jersey. I'm dead serious. I'm not,
and I know who you're targeting.
You go back.
You ain't just
crazy.
Far enough.
Too many grifters
when they were small.
Man. I'm
I don't mind
Miami jersey on.
I don't mind people showing up and ribbing Jason a little bit because that's the fun in it. But come on, man, you talking like every other comment. You come on, bro. Where was you at last week? Where was you at, bro? You know what I'm saying?
he's saying that I'm lying. I'm gonna lie. I ain't lied about shit. I've had you blocked since a year ago, but you've found ways to be on shows that I was on and talk your mess. Then you've always done that, and that's fine. But you know what? You didn't show up until the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the show we had on K. Chris's on Thursday, and you weren't talking this big mess like this. You weren't talking this big mess.
You had him blocked for a year and he keep finding you. This sounds like a Dateline episode waiting to happen.
He's a weird dude, bro. He's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. But when they looked terrible against UTEP and San Jose State, you didn't hear shit from his ass. See, he was nowhere to be found. They put him on a damn milk carton.
Yeah, don't do that, because then it's gonna make people not take your joy. We're not gonna give you your joy. Then you got to show up, man, and eat the good with the bad. We all had to do it, all of us. That's why I write. That's why Uncle Lou channel, as crazy as he is, I give his credit, because even when Georgia lose,
he show up,
bro.
Yeah, you're
right.
Show
up, take the crow, take the bad, and that's all you can ask somebody. Don't just show up when you win, bro.
I mean, why the hell wouldn't I not? I'm always here. You guys have beaten us 3 out of the last 4 years. I've had this damn podcast all those years.
Yeah,
been here for all of it.
Yeah, you got to just keep it real, man.
And if you don't think the smoke's coming next year, you're wrong.
And before we move on to this Georgia and Auburn, because I know Ted's got to be somewhere. Stepping up in the house, our good brother and friend of the show, friend of everybody, the one and only Bishop Franks. What's going on, bro?
Bishop.
You on mute, by the way.
Yeah. I'm my bad. Hey, big salute. Bebo, remember, I'm part of that podcast you keep speaking on, and you have been missing for a while.
Exactly.
For a while.
Don't do that. Exactly.
Yeah, come on, bro. Hey, big salute to you. Hey, y'all found a way, but you don't want to see us again. Remember that. Be careful with what you spoke about. You go ahead and get your rocks off.
Yeah.
But it's a gauntlet. And understand one thing we're learning is that one game don't stop the show.
At all.
I'm trying to tell him, man. And like I said,
Shawn called that out a year ago. He said, you know what I mean? He said, 10-2 is the new 11-0.
10-2, 11-1.
11-1.
You better
not only that, let me help him out. If you look at our schedule, we got the number one hardest schedule in the nation.
Yes, they do.
9 out of 10 have been ranked. You do the math.
That's crazy.
And ain't nobody ducking no smoke. I'm straight here.
Right. Tell it, man. That's what I said, man. And like I said, before we really move on to this Auburn and Georgia game, which is highly entertaining of controversy. But like I said, man, get all grifters. Get all these fake fans away from the YouTube channels. Get them away. Call them out, please.
Yeah.
I promise you, man. I want to do it so bad, but I'm not gonna do it. That's why I said it would have been different. But I really ain't ducking that smoke, because there's certain people I've been wanting to call out.
Hey, coach and panel. You know the real, because we know. Okay, we slipped up. You woke up a sleeping giant, but you got to remember, you still got games to play just like we do. Exactly. And one monkey don't stop no show. And if you want to get in these playoffs, you better not let one slip up get in your game plan, because otherwise it'll wreck the whole season.
They still got Georgia. Facts.
Yeah.
See, coach. Hey, documentation beat conversation.
Woo. Hey, and speaking of though, man, that's a great segue right there, by the way. Georgia over Auburn, man. I know our good brother Tez had to be at the game super early, and he was in the student session with his SEC season shirt. Will be available to everybody.
I was on TV too. You got to look real close.
Oh,
I was on TV.
Yeah, I was looking for you for real.
I seen you the picture.
Okay, you just send me the timestamp. I'll go see it for real. My dog in there. I know he was overwhelmed with all the kids. My man.
Yeah, it was
but man, Georgia over Auburn, man. I Tez, you're gonna be the first one out that hit this, man. A whole lot, man. They came out on fire, 10-0. I thought it was about to be a long night for Georgia until a certain quarterback sneak, tushy pushy, and then it turned into a fumble. And it's the fumble that's keep being debated. I know it was a fumble. Certain people won't admit that it's a fumble. I don't know how my boy Tez feel about it, but I want to know how he feel about the game and just his Auburn Tigers all together.
Yeah. So first of all, man, it's been
Keep it real,
long.
Tez. Cut him no slack.
I always do. It's been a while since I've been in Jordan Hare Stadium. It's been maybe 20 years. So it was good to be back in there, man, to see all the upgrades they made. Still the best environment, I think, in college football.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Super loud, super like I had to wear earplugs because a lot of y'all don't know, but I'm deaf in one ear and I'm trying to protect the other ear. So I had to wear earplugs in that ear at that game. It was bananas. Okay, so about the game. I thought they came out. The opening script was pretty good. Georgia was, I had to quote, what's his name? They were who we thought they were. They were who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Like they was I text this to another group chat when I finally got a chance to see Auburn in person for the first time and stack up against Georgia. I said, man, it looks like a 6A football team playing against a 4A football team. The Auburn's team, this is what makes it so disappointing to me. Auburn's team physically looks so much better than they do. They look bigger, faster, stronger. In person, I did not know that some of these kids was this big, this fast, this explosive. So it was a tragedy to lose this game. I thought that the opening script was fine. I didn't have any problems with that. And then, of course, the moment that everybody talking about is the fumble. What's funny is the dude next to me. Well, what's funny is I thought Jackson Arnold had scored on the play before that. They called him short, and we kind of went hurry up. But then that play happened, and I told the dude next to me before it even happened, I was like, man, just tush push it. Please do not line up in the shotgun and try to get this inch. Just tush push the ball, right? Then that fumble happened, right? You can debate whether it was a fumble, whether it was not. It was definitely a bang bang close play.
Yeah.
Right. And this is what I'll say. From that moment in the game, I don't know if y'all could see this through the TV. The entire sideline just went dead. It just it's like the life of the team just left. Like it was almost like if you have like PTSD and then like something triggers it, it's like that's what happened. It was like that moment when that happened, it's like they just, for whatever reason, they could not get it back together. Now this is all on the second half of that football game is all on you, Freeze.
Thank you.
You've got to find a way. Even that element of them just feeling like they can't win, you got to find a way to get your football team back up to play this football game, because you're still in the football game. You are winning by 7 points. And what you've done in the first half has been working. Your defense is playing out of their mind. You have got to figure out a way to get this team back up and to win this football game. He failed to do that. So I'll get into kind of the nuances of it real quick. I want everybody to realize this was a 5.5 hour football game. I don't think people realize how long this football game was. A lot of people are talking about that one play, but it wasn't just that one play. From that moment to the end of the half took 38 minutes for us to play. A minute and 45 seconds worth of football took 38 minutes. The first half of that football game was 3 hours long. So I get like, okay, I get it. A lot of people want to say that fumble didn't cause, and I agree with that. But you cannot look at this football games and say that penalties did not have an effect on this football game. There's no way. There's no way you can, because like I said, from that moment, I think they ran 9 plays to get that field goal. 9 plays to get that field goal. Only 2 plays on that drive didn't have a penalty attached. The referees pretty much escorted Georgia 99 yards up the field. like it was some of the most inconsistent officiating. Officiating is officiating, but it was the most inconsistent officiated game that I've ever seen in my life. And Ken Williamson, I tweeted this. Ken Williamson is the Pat Adams of college football. I only know 2 referees' names in college sports: Pat Adams and Ken Williamson. The only reason I know them because they're awful. Right? Quick Google search of Ken Williamson, you can see that prior to this Auburn game, there was a petition to remove him as a referee for previous games where he was just ass. It had like 7,000 people. That list has grown now to almost 10,000 on that petition. This dude is horrible at officiating. And it's not just like what I mean by that is like there's no clarity. There's no clarity, especially in the SEC. I would love to see the SEC adopt the ACC model where they actually let you into and kind of explain to you what's going on. I would love to see that.
I think that's coming this year, by the way.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be, because at this point, you're not losing fans. Fans are gonna show up regardless, but like it puts a stain on, and I alluded to this in the Oklahoma game. If you win these games with this poor officiating, it puts an unnecessary stain on your record. Even though you won, it still puts an unnecessary stain on your record in a game where we're deciding what team's gonna make the playoffs or not. Like, you don't need, like, Georgia. If Georgia's 2-loss team, 3-loss team, fringe playoff team at the end of the year, they don't need the committee looking back and saying, well, that one game against Auburn where they made this dumb call, or these, the officiating was crazy, and it may have went the other way. And we all know that they're trying to find reasons to keep SEC teams out of the playoffs. So, like, the officiating in the SEC has got to improve, man. And I don't want anybody to take this as an Auburn fan saying that such and such and such. No. There has been extreme poor games. I want you to go back and watch South Carolina's game from Saturday. They had first of all, Shane Beamer went off because they had a penalty. It was too many men on the punt in the backfield, but it wasn't. It was the exact same penalty they lost last year when Shane Beamer went off. Like, it has got to be improved. I'll say this about that fumble play. Was it a fumble? Was it not? Here's what I saw in the stadium. And I don't know if you kind of see this on the broadcast because I watched the game over. The most concerning part about this was, if y'all see that replay, right? Y'all saw that replay 100 times. That is from the pylon cam. What the people are not considering is that there is a line judge standing behind the pylon cam, right? When that play happened, the line judge ran into the play and he's trying to get people out of a pile. He didn't know, the referees didn't know that Georgia had the football until everybody started pointing at the dude down in the end zone. The referees made no call on this play. They didn't call it down, short, nothing. They're trying to pull people off the pile. They look up, see a dude in the end zone, and then signal touchdown. Why is that significant? Because if you make a call on that play, there's not enough evidence to overturn that either way. So that's what I got to say about that fumble. I don't know whether it's a fumble or not. I couldn't tell you. Did he cross the goal line? I couldn't tell you, right? It was a close play. I feel like if they had called it a touchdown, there wouldn't have been enough evidence to overturn that. I think it would have been the same way. So as an official, you got to do something. Like, you got to, like, make a call. You can't do that. Then you get this situation with Kirby Smart. Great show, Brinsky. This is a great show. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
It was the biggest, like, come on, man. Like, and I know that doesn't decide the play, but it just leads to the inconsistencies. When you get call after call after call after call in this game, and you in a quarter for 30, 40 minutes for 2 minutes of football, and then you turn around and this happens where he's doing that, and it's like, man, come on, man. Like, you can't. And listen, if there's any Georgia fans out there that are trying to justify him, like, this is one of the things I hate in college football. Don't try to justify bad behavior when you see it. It's obvious that anybody looking at that video that man was signaling timeout. Like, you can't. And shout out to Paul Feinbaum. I usually don't really subscribe to what he says, but he had a great quote. He said, "You got to get real creative you have to get real creative to make a case that Auburn didn't get the short end of the stick in this football game from the officials. Like, you have to get creative. In other words, you have to make up stuff, right? Because what actually happened on the field is different. And I'll tell you this, shout out to Kirby Smart. You can tell he's a veteran coach. I want y'all to look at that football game again. If y'all look at, I know y'all probably won't, but every time they showed Kirby Smart, he was talking to the refs.
He was.
Every single time they showed Kirby Smart, he was talking to the refs. It was after the play. It was before the play. His team was huddling. He's talking to the refs. Listen, and that's what, you know, there's another coach that, you know, that I know that did that same thing, that won a whole bunch of national championships. But I'm not saying that, you know, I don't want y'all to take that as cheating, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a veteran coach, you understand, like, hey, I need to point some stuff out to the ref. He's holding, he's doing this, he's doing that. Look out for that. And, you know, that's what coaches do to the refs. Like, hey, they just held my man on that play. He's doing that. You want to make sure you watch out for that. Kirby was doing that the entire football game. And man, I'm just saying, like, it was a tragedy, man. It was a tragedy. It was a tragedy from the Auburn standpoint. Like, Hugh Freeze, you got to do better than that, man. That one play cannot decide that game. And people saying that one play didn't decide that game, listen, there's a huge difference between a 1 possession game in the half and a 3 possession game at the half. Like that, you would much rather be up 17-0 than be up 10-3. Like, that is a significant difference. So all I can say about that is, like, man, I hope they get it right for officiating standpoint. Because, like, even when I watch other games, man, like, I want to see consistent officiating. Like y'all said about the targeting thing, I want y'all to understand, they reviewed a play whether a receiver caught the pass. They were reviewing whether he caught the pass in bounds. And they came back on the big screen at Jordan-Hare Stadium in front of 89,000 people and said, you know what? Under review, we kicking number 4 out the game for targeting. It's like, what? Okay, cool. Fast forward 2 plays later, Georgia player comes and spears Preston Howard head first on the pile. Clear targeting. Hugh Freeze calls a timeout for them to review it. They don't. And it's like, what is targeting? We said this about the other game. What is targeting? Who knows what targeting is these days? It seems like they just call it, and it's whenever whenever they feel like kicking a player out, they kick a player out.
None of that shit.
It's not consistent.
James Smith, Florida State.
Yeah, it's not consistent, man. It's like, man, we got to get some clear-cut rules, or at least be consistent in how you call these rules, man. Because you got to understand what targeting is. These kids and these coaches are in football practice, and they're teaching their team how to tackle, right? So when you inconsistent about how you police it, they don't know what the hell to teach. Like, you know what I mean? They don't know what to do. So it's like, man, even that play when K.N. Lee got kicked out, he led with the shoulder, hit him in the chest. Did the helmets hit? Absolutely. But I mean, what can you say? So, I mean,
I'm gonna ask you this before you hand it to somebody else, just real quick. Do you think it's time for them to move on from Jackson Arnold?
No. I think it's time for them to move on from Hugh Freeze.
It's been time.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people got. I was talking about this earlier, but I know a lot of people got their reservations about Jackson Arnold. But I would love to see Jackson Arnold with a competent offense. I just would. Even at Oklahoma, he had a lot of injuries on that offensive line. He had a lot of injuries in the receiver room. They fired the offensive coordinator mid-season, right? He hasn't had
just about that. It wasn't just about that, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, like, he has had inconsistency on the offensive side of the football, and then he goes to Auburn. Well, we can't even protect him. You know what I'm saying? We are a bad offensive team. I would love to see him play under a system where, you know, it's competent. He just hasn't had that fortune of that. I cannot. At this point, I cannot look at any Hugh Freeze coach quarterback and blame them for anything. A lot of people saying put Deuce in the game, put Ashton in the game. For what? For what? What's gonna be the point? just so he can get out there and get killed behind his offensive line, and then we'd be like, "Oh man, Deuce, he just ain't it."
Facts.
I told y'all got all
Facts.
excited about Deuce, and now he
Boy,
ain't
you
it.
cooking, boy.
Like,
Boy,
bro,
you cooking.
get this
It's
man,
fact.
get this dude, like for real. Like Brinsky know, like I'm a real live. I have to see it to believe it person.
It's me
A
too.
lot of people told me that this wasn't the move, and I was like, give him a chance. He did okay. Listen what I'm telling you. Get this dude far away from my football team. far away from my football team. And not even to mention that, we lose Damari Austin. We lose Damari Austin because he asked for a red shirt. And he real quick, because I told my wife that I was doing it, actually. She just put this on Facebook, and I was like, I'm gonna read that on the pod. She was like, okay. So let me pull it up real quick. I want to read to you. I want to read to you what my wife said. My wife is a big football fan. My wife and my daughter are big football fans too. This is what she said, and I quote. I'm gonna read this verbatim. Hugh Freeze has failed to meet the expectations and standards of our program. I fixed it for y'all. If y'all don't know, that's what he said about Damari Austin, the reason why he left. He said that exact quote. He failed to meet the expectations of our program. But she says, Hugh Freeze has failed to meet the expectations and standards of our program. I fixed it for y'all. The nerve of a current failing head coach to fix his mouth, to say something about a player asking for a red shirt. Hell, I would too if the season is busting at the seams. Another weak, spineless coach using kids as a scapegoat and a payout. Somebody needs to dismiss Mr. Softest Sharman's get Yellowwood on the main line stat. I couldn't agree with that more.
She need a standing ovation right there.
I couldn't agree with that more.
No lie.
I don't even know what else to say about it. But the SEC, y'all do have an officiating problem, right? Y'all do. I can't.
Tez, before you leave, let me tell you this real quick. Before you leave, I was going to add that SEC officials need to be permanent employees. Right now, it's seasonal. You need to make SEC officials permanent. Go ahead and give these guys a permanent job.
I give you that.
And they need to be a permanent officials, not this seasonal annual thing that they do. And it need to be performance based, to the best ones host the best games, so the biggest games. And that's just what it is, man.
You know what I would love to see? A simple fix. Let them do a press conference. Make them stand in front of there after the game and do a press conference, just like you make the coach sit up there and answer for all his problems and mistakes. You make all these players sit up there and answer for their problems and mistakes. Put the head referee up there after the game and let the reporters grill him. And because what happens is you get to make these mistakes, F up this football game. This was a 5.5 hour football game. You get to do all of that, and then you get a police escort back to your house. You don't get no accountability. You don't have to answer for it. No, nothing.
Facts, my
Put them in a
brother,
press
sweetness.
conference.
All facts. I'll say this really quick before you go, Tez. Quickly. I thought it was a touchdown. I won't even lie, because what people don't understand, the ball don't have to cross the goal line.
Right.
If the tip of the ball even touch the line, even the slightest touch, and when that dude jumped, the ball was right over the line of scrimmage, right? And then he dropped it, right? It was a very, very tough call. I agree with everybody saying, but the ball touched the white line. It did not physically, but all it has to do is break the plane of the white line. Like, it don't have to be cross it. If it just barely touches it, that's a touchdown. And it was, bro. Just in my humble opinion. No, I have no dog in the fight, right? At all.
I just didn't want to say that, Coach, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just caping for my team. But my point is just like it wasn't clear either way.
I said
that exact same thing.
And
I said
that ball broke the plane. It
but
did.
GPS and the football has solved all these problems.
So and
it's 2025.
I think they may make that move next year too.
I mean, it's a simple fix. You won't have to measure for first downs. You won't have to do none of that no more. Just
GPS really quickly, Keena Bina said something very important, and this is a news flash. Keena Bina said Auburn should have never fired. Look, everybody, look at Penn State. They fired James Franklin, thinking they're gonna go. You better go ask Florida how it feel, because you had Dan Mullen winning your 9 games a year. It ain't don't look so bad now. Do it. Just like Keena Bina said, Gus was 8-4, 9-3, 8-4. But guess what? Back then, Auburn had one of the toughest. They played Bama and Georgia 2 weeks from each other. right?
Yeah, that is true.
Gus Malzahn gave us more issues than any coach Auburn has had in recent memory. You better listen to Ken Abena, because I know fans getting this. You can't beat Nick Saban, fire him. But where would Auburn be at today? Auburn was always in the top 5, 10 recruiting, right? They didn't lose nobody really for real, but Alabama and Georgia, they lose a game or two here every once in a while. Are y'all doing that much better now?
I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Like, and a lot of Auburn fans don't like when I say this. In fact, 90% of them don't. 90% of them don't.
And I know 2 weeks ago.
And I know y'all,
Auburn coach keep me up at night like Gus did.
I know y'all, and I know y'all probably not gonna agree with me either. I don't have a problem with firing Gus. I think you shouldn't have fired Brian Harsin. I think that Brian Harsin was the coach that we needed from a disciplinarian standpoint.
Recruiting was sucking under Brian Harsin though, bro.
But the recruiting was awful because they didn't want him there. You got to understand, they've given Hugh Freeze everything. They opened up the checkbook, gave him everything. That's why you see these recruiting classes.
Why did you feel Gus Malzahn need to be fired?
Well, because the standards of the program, where you trying to go. I felt like at that time we were trying to be a championship program.
Y'all ain't done as well since he left.
I think it's like a situation where you look at, like, why did Mark Richt have to go? Right? Mark Richt won 10 games every year. Why did he have to go? It's because you can't get over that hump. Like,
James
you can't
Franklin,
get. Yeah. And I think Gus Malzahn had plateaued there, and you have championship aspirations. And then the way the season went that year, it was just writing on the wall. We had capped out with Gus. But I'm telling you, I think that Harsin was probably one of the, I ain't gonna say the best hires, but I'm just saying, like, you got to understand, the media and the Auburn media gave Brian Harsin crap because he wouldn't play players that were late for practice. I'm going to say that again. Players that showed up late for practice consistently, he wouldn't put them on the field. And the media gave him crap over it, like, man, why aren't these players on the field? And he like, man, they're not doing what they need to do in practice. It sounded just like somebody else I know a couple miles up the road that had really, really high standards and expectations for his football team. But man, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't get paid millions of dollars to make these decisions. I'm just a fan.
It's certain people. And basically what you're saying, man, that like people got champagne taste, but they got beer money.
Yeah. Except for we got champagne money. We just pick and choose who we want to give it to.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great point, man. That's a great point.
That's part of being a head coach, though, is to be able to get them dudes to loosen up their purse strings and pay. If they didn't like Harsin, if they didn't like him, they weren't going to do it. It don't have whether or not he should have stayed or not. I mean, I think it was messed up that they, we keep hearing that they fabricated a damn affair.
They did.
Man, that was disturbing.
It was a whole fiasco, though. Like, it was.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Thing.
That is. Yeah. But that tells you, and that's messed up on a lot of levels. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that coaches that they don't like, the boosters ain't gonna give them no money.
That's very true. I give you that.
All I said is, look, let me tell you this. I'll be quick and start at 2013. Y'all was 12-2, 8-5, 7-6, 8-5, 10-4, 8-5, and 9-4 under Gus Malzahn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Auburn has done that well since he left, bro, consistently.
No, not at all. Since he left, this is the worst stretch of football in Auburn football history.
12-2,
he left
10-4,
in 2020.
9-3.
Yeah, he left in 2020. Since then, we haven't had a winning season.
And Auburn had a hell of a schedule back then. They played Bama, Georgia, and LSU a couple weeks apart from each other. That's tough.
I give you that. I'm just saying, like, bro, it's something. And I think it has to do with the head coach. And I just tell you like this, man. I said this on another channel. I don't think the dude I just don't think he's a good person. I'm a big believer in what you put out into the world, you get back. And I believe that he's just not a good person. And we
sound like what's my man?
We getting collateral damage.
Mo Wallace.
Yeah, we getting collateral damage from his karma.
Both said the same thing, man. And look, I will say this.
Talk about it.
How can
Facts.
you explain some of the stuff that happens in Auburn football? Like you think about everything that's happened in the last 2 years under Hugh Freeze, right? And I know we like to rag on each other, but like, come on, man. Like some of this stuff is just like, how does that happen in a football game?
Now, I got a question for you, Tez. The AD that hired Harsin, did he get fired afterwards?
Well, I think they asked him to leave, but he left.
But
he left on his own.
No, I was just asking because I wasn't sure if he left or not.
I don't think they wanted him either. There's another reason, but I don't want to mention it on the pod.
We know.
But what he did though, he essentially, he's not an Auburn guy. He's not an SEC guy. What he did was the same thing Alabama did with Harsin, with Du Bois. You go out and find the winningest coach in college football at that moment. And at that time, Brian Harsin was the winningest coach in college football. I have to remind people, Brian Harsin was the offensive coordinator when Boise was setting all them records and setting the world on fire, right? He said, you come into the negative.
Hey, that's a hell of a compliment right there coming from the man.
I appreciate that.
I watched our recruiting go from top 5 to like top 25. It just fell off with that. I get it. I get what you're saying. You know much more than I do when it comes to these guys. But kids just wasn't interested in going to Auburn then for some reason.
Just fired the coach.
Let me ask you this. Do you think if you can go back in a time machine, would you tell them to hire Cadillac over Hugh Freeze? I believe that was the biggest mistake they made.
I get it. He had no experience, but people he had the kids. They wanted to come.
I would if you can get him a great staff.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't have the experience at the time. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like if they could have put a great staff around him, then
they gave Hugh Freeze all this damn money. I mean, they paid Hugh Freeze, didn't they?
But then you got to think about it. Here's one of the things that we talk about in the Auburn circles. If you look at the defense, right? If you look at our defense, you got crime dog defensive back coach, legendary recruiter, hell of a defensive back coach. Like Buntrell King Willis, the defensive line coach, highly coveted, hell of a defensive line coach. Look how they playing, right? When you look on the Hugh Freeze side of the football, and I'm not even gonna call it offense. I'm the Hugh Freeze side of the football. You got a bunch of his friends.
Yeah,
you got a bunch of inexperienced. These are just guys. There's no. Didn't Kiffin make an offer? Lane Kiffin actually did a whole documentary on why he didn't come to Auburn. Mm-hmm. And it's very interesting. I had to forgive him for that because I'll tell you the story quick. His daughters came in and made a presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation in his office. He was getting ready to take the job. They made a PowerPoint presentation about like their school and stuff. They're like, man, we don't want to, like, we got friends here, such here. Like, man, we don't want to go nowhere. And they was gonna pay him a lot of money to do it. And he's just like, man, I don't want to uproot my family like that. I always think that Kiffin, a lot of people got Kiffin on these short lists. I think he's just comfortable in Ole Miss.
He ain't going to Florida either. Everybody keeps acting like he's going to Florida. He ain't.
He can walk around Ole Miss with no security.
We'll see. Like that one. We'll see. We'll see.
We're gonna see.
His daughter about to be out of school.
That is true. That is true. She's about to be out of school.
I'll say this: unless they fire that AD, he ain't going for sure. Because that dude he won't have shit to do with him. Strickland.
Yeah, Strickland don't like Kiffin.
Oh, don't worry. He'll be out the door too.
He'll be gone. A long time ago. He should have been gone.
They cool. Like, yeah, we got a national championship in basketball, but man, this is the South, man. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know what time it is.
You got to be careful, man, firing these and I get it, brother. Peace, brother, peace. James Franklin, I get it. But this man was winning 10 games a year, bro.
Now that I don't.
Yeah, but bro, he wasn't beating anybody outside of anybody out.
I get it, but this could go the other way really quickly.
Here's the thing, though. But hold on a minute, though. He lost to UCLA and Northwestern in back-to-back weeks. Now, not only are you not beating the teams that are the best in your conference or any other conference for that matter, but you losing to the worst teams in your conference.
You could easily hire you another coach and start going from winning 10 games and playoff appearances to winning 7 games. Because, bro, listen, I saw Florida. You got rid of Dan Mullen. He was in he was in the SEC championship, winning 9 games. Now look at you. Wishing you had Dan. This could go the other way really quickly now.
They gave that man generational wealth to quit his job.
Literally.
I know,
and it still wasn't more than Jimbo Fisher.
I know one thing that you told me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A&M just said, hold my
no.
beer.
They called some of their deep pocket people for that call. They're like, hey man, we need you to put that money up. We need to get rid of him.
We gonna see how it goes. And they talking about Matt Rule, bruh. The man can't recruit, bruh.
I think that's where they're going.
See. We gonna see how this goes.
I think that's who they're gonna hire. But
I know
Recruit
everything but
guy.
receivers, I guess.
Damn, boy, y'all are just on it with these segues right now. Because I know one more thing that I wanted to tackle real quick was this James Franklin being fired.
I got
I know you gotta go. I know you gotta go, brother.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out your channel, and I'm gonna definitely put it in the in the subscription. Why I keep saying description. So y'all go down there and hit that subscribe button. But go ahead, T.
Yeah, facts, man. Appreciate y'all again. Another week. I told these guys before I didn't have the best of days. Right, got some bad news early this morning, man. Hadn't been doing so well, but it's always a pleasure to come on here talk ball with these guys. The chat, man, y'all keep me laughing. I really needed this. Man, if you want to check me out, I'm saying at it's SEC season. We do a ranking show. We're gonna be ranking them tomorrow. Got some more big things coming. I'd love to have y'all over there and check it out, man, tomorrow and see where we rank these teams. It's been a pleasure as always, man. Appreciate y'all.
Tez, got you prayed up, bro. Got you already.
Oh man, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
got you, bro. Prayed up.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all.
Man. I'll call you after the pod too, dog.
All right, bet.
But James Franklin, man, being fired. Now you said Matt Rule. Matt Rule is not stepping in this SEC. I can promise you that. I'm willing to bet the house on he's not stepping foot in this SEC. But James Franklin and this Penn State
shit.
Oh yeah, man, don't get me started. I got my own issues with Matt Rule, man. But
me too.
I just found out he's a Penn State guy. The Penn State job open.
That's who they want.
And it seems like that. He said he's not going to talk about it right now. We already know what time it is. You don't want to talk about it right now.
Getting the hell out of Nebraska.
But when December hit, probably December 1st, he is up out the door. There's no way. It's either him or Cincinnati. I feel like they're going to go after the hardest, but it's Matt Rule all day. What y'all think?
Yeah. They going Matt Rule, bro. They going Matt Rule. He's a Penn Stater. He's from bro, the man, I guess my idea of recruiting, and maybe I get John on this one. My idea of recruiting is different because I've been stuck in this conference for so long. Bro, I know I hear people saying give him the resources of Penn State. Nebraska ain't exactly cut chop liver, bro.
Exactly. Here's the problem with Nebraska is that when they went to the Big Ten, they screwed up their pipeline into Texas because they're not playing down there no more. And you're not going to compete with Ohio State with recruiting at Nebraska because you're not, because they haven't been doing well enough. My thing is I agree. I think I don't see Rule as that guy. I think he's a guy that does more with less at those programs.
Yeah, when you give him the big programs,
he's not cut out for a big program. He was great at Temple. He was really good at Baylor, just not quite good enough, right? Just not quite good enough when he was at Baylor. But he's done nothing but like try to move things into his favor since he got to Nebraska. I just don't see this working out for them at all if that's where they go. And I'll tell you another thing. I believe that they have a shot at Cignetti. They got a real shot at Cignetti. He's from Pennsylvania, bro. He's from Pennsylvania.
He got a gang of transfer kids from James Madison. Man, Penn State, you gonna have. Man, I just don't know, bro.
Remember, if you tap into your network of players to recruit for you, you don't have to do it.
Cignetti brought in a gang of those James Madison players that was young. A gang of those players he brought. I think it was like 31 transfer kids. So. Man, I don't know, bro. I just don't know. Penn State, that's an iffy job because, yes, they got great fans, great alumni, but you still in the Big Ten. You don't have a great game every week. All you got to do is win. James Franklin won 9-10 games every year, right? You got to get over the Ohio State hump. You got to get over the Michigan hump, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I just think they got to have somebody that's from that area, that understands that area, that understands how do we get in front of Ohio State, right? that league is different than the SEC, man. It's not as cutthroat as the SEC. You got to have a I don't give a damn person to go up there and not worry about gentlemen's agreements and recruiting and all that BS. I love to hear John's take on this. You know, he understands recruiting and the landscape of it. I love to see what you think about that, John, as far as what they need at that place.
And then tackle that question too, man, because that's really, really interesting.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are way off the mark on this. I don't believe Penn State's going to get Matt Rule. I don't believe Penn State's going to get Kurt Cignetti. I think if you're somebody that's truly tapped in to what Penn State needs up there, who is a graduate assistant there, who has ties to the SEC that can recruit, who is born and raised in Florida, who, like I said, has spent time in Pennsylvania, recruiting in Pennsylvania, it's Joe Brady. Guys, he has spent and been successful in the college level, in the NFL level. He's a mastermind from the offensive standpoint. He developed QBs, which has been what's Penn State's weakness every single year.
Joe Burrow.
Wait. Where's this coming from, though? Where's this coming from?
Where's he at now?
Joe Brady's
he's in the NFL because he doesn't like recruiting at all. He's in the NFL because he hates recruiting.
He hates recruiting. But that's the great thing is Kalen DeBoer has essentially laid, in my opinion, the roadmap to not have to recruit as a head coach. Not saying he's not doing it, but when you look at the powers he gave Courtney Morgan as a GM to run the director of personnel in the recruiting program, you no longer need that. But he has the ties and the connections to outsource that. So if I'm Penn State, in my opinion, if you want to really, truly go after somebody that's going to change culture, change the program, you're going to need to go after somebody, in my opinion, Joe Brady. He's seen.
But would you get him, John? He hadn't been at Penn State, and he has never been a head coach.
He's never. I get that, but sometimes at some point, Kirby Smart. I get it. He was under Saban for 9 years, wasn't a head coach. I know Penn State are going to want to see Cignetti. He's a hot name. I'm tired of hot names. Billy Napier.
I think they ought to go for Golish. Golish is who they ought to go for.
South Florida kid.
Like I understand that, but when I'm looking at Penn State, they're going to need ties at this point because you're giving this man so much money to leave the program. You're going to have to explain to this AD, you got to explain to the boosters, the alumni, why this new dude is coming in. Outside of Matt Rule, in my opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of him, right? And it has a lot to do with the recruiting aspect. And I know I just explained you can outsource that, but Matt Rule doesn't even do that. I think Joe Brady is the guy that nobody is looking at that has ties to Penn State that could enter this conversation really quickly if people don't pay attention.
Could they go to Clark Lee down at Vanderbilt?
That's another one.
That's who I was going to suggest.
He's a hot name.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, Bishop. That's a good one right there.
That's one that I've like, man, it's only so much success you're going to have at Vanderbilt. And I feel like he's one of those coaches, man, you don't want to see for real, really get the talent year in and year out.
Yeah.
If look what he's doing with Poppy, just imagine if he gets somebody more talented.
Bevo did make a good comment right there. Bevo says Penn State fans want to win like Ohio. Hey, that's true. And see, that'd be the problem with these programs, man.
They do need to win like Ohio State, Michigan, though, if you're getting the same kind of money.
But needing to and actually doing it.
There you go.
That's Auburn. We want to win like Bama. We going to fire, sometimes, man, you just need to pump the brakes just a little bit and realize what you have and realize this thing ain't built overnight.
But hold on a minute, though. Coach Shawn, and you're 1-11, 1-12 against Ohio State. You literally, they've got 4 wins over Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State.
They was just in the playoffs last year.
Long time, bro. Yeah, okay.
I mean, playoffs is difficult. Trust me, as a Bama fan, they was just in the playoffs last year.
Coach, they beat SMU and Boise.
Facts. I hear you, and you are no argument here. You're right. You won't get no argument from me either. But they was just in the playoffs last year. 10 wins. I mean, all I'm saying, Jason, you're right. I'm not even gonna disagree with you. This thing could go the other way real quick if you hire the wrong person.
Just think about it. What Coach Shawn is saying, they will literally, if Drew Allen just doesn't throw those interceptions, they playing in the national championship, and it would have
Just
been all
last
Big
year.
Ten.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Hey, I understand you, but they control the game. I have never in my life seen a team just here, get the game. Notre Dame here. We don't want the game. Just go look at the whole fourth.
Does that
quarter.
not come from coaching though, man? Come on.
All I'm saying, Jason, I think Brinsky saying
When it happens year after year after year after year.
Yeah.
this you're right. We're not disagreeing with you. But if you don't make the right hire, it could be worse than what you are right now.
This is what I've seen on just seen this on 3. I think Manny Diaz is not on that list. I don't think Drinkwitz maybe on that list. That's but a lot of these guys, I know Clark Lee has got to be up there. He just got
Clark Lee, what he doing? Facts. And he really clean cut, professional kind of cat. Facts.
I know he loves Vanderbilt. I know he is a graduate. I know he's from that area. Bro, get out of there. It's only so much you can do at Vanderbilt.
I just don't understand the Signetti love.
Where did James Franklin come from before he went to Penn State? Oh, Vanderbilt.
Who?
James Franklin. Didn't he coach at Vanderbilt before he went to Penn State?
But it's different.
No, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm not saying it's the same.
Yeah. You're right about
I'm just
that.
throwing that fact out there from that standpoint.
The whole Signetti thing, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Man.
I get it. Hold on.
Look, you can say. I get what y'all are saying. Like
Oregon, he beat Oregon, and I said Oregon got one job: is go ahead and blow them out. Clearly, they couldn't do it. So,
I want to know why is it that Dan Lanning gets all this love when he don't win these games either?
That's facts.
Well, Dan Lanning beat Ohio State last year, right?
That's the only big time game that you can tell me that he's won. Because the rest of them, he lost to. Oh, and I guess you could, if you want to call USC a big time game last year, I wouldn't. But the only one he lost to Kalen DeBoer all 3 times he played him at Washington. He got his ass handed to him when he brought Oregon back to Georgia. That first year he was there.
But I can't get mad at a guy on his first year. And then they played against a legendary Georgia team, which we found out later on.
Okay. Well,
I can't give them that one. I felt like they would at least put up.
But it wasn't just that they lost. I mean, it's not like they lost a bunch of damn players.
Yeah.
And it's not just that they lost, they got taken to the woodshed.
Yeah. But that was a legendary Georgia team, which we find out later on.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you that. But what I'm saying is, when is he going to win some of these games? I mean, he beat Ohio State last year at home, and then got boat raced by him in the playoff.
Yeah,
boat raced. I don't understand the love for that guy either. I don't.
I think Georgia's defensive coordinator is going to be up for some job.
Start the 20-yard line, I guess.
Man,
he had more good games than bad ones. He got to be.
I got a question for y'all. What about Matt Campbell from Iowa State?
I thought he was a candidate.
Yeah, he is a
candidate. He need to get out of Iowa State. Right. He done ran the gauntlet up there.
Just like Jason said, he's a Midwest guy. You know, I don't know.
He's the right guy for that job. That's the right guy for that job right there.
Matt Campbell. Yeah.
You're gonna need a culture changer. You're for sure gonna need that, in all honesty, because Penn State just now. I do got a question to the panel. I get it.
I like him a hell of a lot more than Matt Rule.
I'll give you that 100%. The question to you guys is: obviously, we're seeing a trend of coaches that weren't basically being hired as a head coach that weren't previous, even coordinator. You're seeing position coaches. My question is, are you going to see a lower tier job? By lower tier, I mean not Penn State, right? So a UCLA, maybe. Hate to say that, but in Arkansas, does anybody go after Brian Hartline at Ohio State? Because that man can recruit, develop receivers. I'm only saying this because
coach.
No, I'm talking about not in a top tier program. I'm talking about somewhere, obviously, not even those programs, even.
Yeah.
But I'm talking
West Virginia at one point.
He was what?
Wow.
West Virginia last year. But he stayed at Ohio State.
Okay,
I mean, if you're one of those if you're at one of those smaller schools, especially Big 12 or something like that, or even ACC. But even before that, somebody ought to be going after his ass. I mean,
I don't think Brian Hartline with his credentials, I don't even think he would take the U. I don't know who gonna take the UC, because if you know California like I know California, like LA, bro, listen, college football is way down the line, bro. Even for USC, it's just not the same unless they're winning. A lot of things to do in LA when the college teams are not doing well, bro. It just is. It just is.
Is that one dude? What's his name? Their interim coach now. Could he be appointed? Because that dude's won 2 games in a row. I can never remember his name off the top of my head.
I don't even know who that coach is.
Neuheisel. There we go.
Yeah.
His son. Yeah.
Neuheisel is the offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But he's the interim coach right now, right? Or no?
No, it's I just posted it earlier.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought Neuheisel wasn't even the offense coordinator, was he, before the firing? So where's that dude been?
The guy name is Jesus Christ, man. I just posted this earlier.
Hey, don't look now, but Dan Mullen is undefeated at UNLV.
Man.
And whipping ass too.
He's gonna get one of these
taking names.
jobs.
Facts.
He's gonna get one of these open SEC jobs.
Facts, Jackson.
Facts, Bishop. If you say Arkansas, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Why?
I just don't see him taking that job.
They have the money for it.
Arkansas
Florida
already
was like
got
the best job. Florida was like his dream job because he's just a Florida guy. I don't know.
Was an assistant with Urban there?
You think he'd take Kentucky instead? I mean, I don't.
No.
Hell no. Don't. I stay at UNLV. You're gonna be fired at Kentucky in 4 years.
Shut up.
And you can't take Vanderbilt. You can't take Vanderbilt because you don't know if they're going to stay serious about competing or not. You can't do it. The only guy that's done anything there is Clark Lee. Aside from
Franklin.
Obviously Franklin. Yeah.
Hold on, I seen this, and I'm gonna go back to Martin.
Yeah, right.
I guarantee you, they will take him in a heartbeat and realize, I'm sorry for making this mistake. I'm sorry for making this mistake. Please come back. Blank check. But
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
But him, what's my guy name at South Florida? If Lane don't take that job, they would. What did you say?
Golish.
Alex Gold. He's gonna take that job.
He's gonna be a candidate anyway for that job.
I don't think they're gonna hire him though. I was listening to Allie Peak. If y'all don't know who she is, her brother played for Urban at Florida, and she has a hell of a podcast. She was on with the High Top guys this morning or last night, I think it was, and she said there ain't no way they want nothing to do with Alex Golich. They don't want another. They don't what she calls learn on the job guy. They're not. She thinks he's still more like 10 years out. She thinks that they're gonna. She believes you guys, and she's with you guys saying that she thinks Lane will come. And I don't think Lane will go, but I
don't think so either.
They think he's a learn on the job, and this is why Florida gonna be in obscurity.
I agree with you. But look, you go get a guy like Billy, and he doesn't turn out well at all.
What has Billy Napier done as a head coach that Alex Golich didn't? He was at Louisiana for 2-3 years. Same as Golich at South Florida.
That's what I'm saying. Well, but I'm saying that because of that.
Okay, because of that. Okay,
got you. They're like, okay, what you did at UNLV don't matter to us.
Yeah.
You know, and they felt like that was a pretty big reach and a big reason why they can't stand that AD.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these last 2 super chats and we gonna get up out of here. I ain't realized, man, we got to talk about these coaching. I knew it was gonna go that way. Shout out to Marcus for the $10 super chat, brother. Appreciate you always. Said, hey, Coach, do y'all believe Ohio State is this good, or is it more because of their schedule? Because I believe if Bama had their schedule, it would look the same. I believe.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm gonna let Coach. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I believe more of the schedule, but they're still a good team. But I just got to get on Joel Klatt on this. Shout out to Joel Klatt, but he said some BS this morning when he said only 3 teams in the country, and all the 3 teams that he said can score 20 points on Ohio State was Indiana. Oh, what was the other? I just had them all 3 in my head.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Oh my Lord!
And somebody else. I think that was just total BS. I like, bro.
And one of the 3 wasn't Alabama.
No, it wasn't Tennessee. It wasn't Alabama. It wasn't Georgia. It was a whole bunch of.
Wasn't Ole Miss either? I don't think
it wasn't Ole Miss.
Bro, he is straight front for the Big Ten, ain't he?
No, it wasn't Ole Miss.
He's straight fronting for the Big Ten.
That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Facts.
But go ahead. What y'all believe?
Go ahead, Bishop.
No, what I was gonna say, I know this. Ohio State wouldn't want to change schedules with Oklahoma.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
Who would? Who would?
Bro,
No, but do I believe that? Do I think Ohio State is this good? Look, I think you're right. I think two things can be true at the same time. To quote our boy Ty, two things can be true. They're legit. They recruit at the very top all the time. They've got legit coaches all over their the entirety of their roster. Every coach, even their position coaches, are generally the best of the best because they can pay the most. Do I think that Ryan Day's the best coach out there? No, I don't. But he doesn't have to be. Because they got guys like Brian Hartline recruiting for them, and they're bringing in guys. You know, will they continue to win? Will they win the Natty this year? I think they got as good a shot as a lot of dudes do. A lot of teams do. And guess what? Not playing that schedule. There's two parts to that too. Do I think you can get battle tested from playing Oklahoma's schedule? Yes, you can. If you get through it, you're battle tested. Oklahoma gets through it and gets into the playoffs. Nobody wants to play OU.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? But if you don't, then it doesn't really help you. Here's the thing. They get hurt less because they don't have guys that are in the game as late as many times too. And it's all about catching. Nowadays with the 12 team, and we're about to go to a 16 team playoff, you're going to see it's going to be about who gets hot at the right time. And that's exactly what happened last year. They got caught at the right time.
And who's healthy.
They were healthy and hot at the same time.
Yeah. But I think everybody answered that one. But yeah, it's a little bit of both. But hey, I think everybody would love to play Illinois and call themselves. We got Big Ten people bitching that they lost to the number 1 team and the number 3 team in the country, and they fall all the way out. I'm like, bros, get out of here. Those are clowns, bro. No, nobody respects Illinois. Like, man, I mean, Northwestern, Maryland. Come on, bro. This is SEC, bro. Don't ever compare Big Ten. Man,
and that's the thing. The problem is that people are doing too much of that damn competition. They're acting like that. Man, dumbass at the bar, the owner of Barstool, stupid as shit. He out here really saying, like, he picked 8 games and said they'd go 8-0 in those 8 games. One of the games, Oklahoma already done beat y'all's ass.
Don't get me started.
It's just stupid.
Shout out to Chris for the $4.99. Said, don't look now, coaches, but Nebraska could run the table. Penn State is beatable. That's our last big game. I don't know, man. Y'all almost cost me my parlay too. Just want to throw that out there.
Which team is that, Brent?
Nebraska.
I mean, yeah.
I'm about to say, what's my guy name? That's their quarterback, John.
Dylan
Raiola. Yeah. I'm about to say he's cool, but he's not generational like y'all expected him to be. I don't think you guys. I believe you guys lined up with Ohio State. Ohio State would smack y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They could, but this is what I'm saying, man. Look at this. We got Nebraska talking about they gonna run the table. No disrespect to you, Chris, but come on, Christina.
After what I was about to say.
Well, appreciate that for real.
What's my Penn State guy? What's Nebraska's head coach? Matt Rule. After Matt Rule goes to Penn State, Dan Mullen's going to Nebraska.
That is the wrong guy for them, man.
Dan Mullen's going to Nebraska. You watch.
You said who going to Nebraska? My fault.
Dan Mullen. He wants to go back to the SEC, but I don't know if he's gonna go for the Arkansas job.
That's why I said I just don't see it.
Yeah, I would run from the Nebraska job, bro.
I think I don't see him staying at UNLV.
Take the Arkansas job any day.
Why Arkansas got Walmart and Tyson chicken money? Why would you run?
I got SEC Mo. Mo was like, bro, they ain't spending that money. They ain't spending that money.
Nebraska is.
They don't have the right guy.
Lincoln.
They don't got the right guy.
Watch. Nebraska's going to get Dan Mullen. So you can call me Shunstradamus.
Woo!
They'll run his ass out of there too.
Before we get up out of here, we're gonna call 3 jobs: Penn State, Nebraska, Florida. Put all your 3 coaches there.
Matt
Start
Rule
with
going to Penn State.
Who they should be, or who it will be?
Who you
think
believe is going to be? And
Matt
then
Rule
we'll
going to
come
Penn State.
back to this video and write them down. Y'all hold us accountable for them
Oh
too.
gosh, now I got to write.
Matt Rule is going to Penn State.
Matt
He's
Rule
leaving
going to Penn
Nebraska.
State.
So we got to call Penn State. What other ones?
Penn State, Nebraska, Florida.
And then Dan Mullen going to go to Nebraska.
Dan Mullen going to Nebraska. And who going to Florida?
I think if Florida comes open,
Why would
Lane
Nebraska?
going to Florida.
Nebraska's not going to be open unless he takes that job at.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
taking that
Penn
job,
State.
man. He's taking that job.
I don't. They already praising him all on their message boards.
I don't know
And
that. I don't know that that's going to
press
happen.
conference that he had earlier?
Facts.
Did you see the press conference earlier, Jason? Go watch his press conference and look how he like. Whoo, whoo. He was ready to leave right there today. Bye, peace. He was ready to go.
Eli Drinkers to. I just don't. That's just a ladder. I don't know.
Oh,
about that,
if
bro.
Drake is definitely not going to no Florida, you can
Yeah,
stop it. Stop it. That man can't even win the big game at Missouri. You think they're gonna take him in Florida? Man, please.
If
He's on
Florida
their short
comes
list.
open,
He is
I
on
think
their
it's-
short list, man.
They
was
fire
on the
whoever
short list.
who made that list then.
I'm telling you, he's on their short list. I'm not messing with you.
I know you ain't messing with me. That's why I said fire whoever put him on that list.
Yeah, I think Lane gonna go to Florida, bro. I promise.
Okay, so you got Lane, you got Lane in Florida.
I don't think that they're going to fire that.
You got
agent.
Matt Rule at Penn State, and you got Dan Mullen at Nebraska. That ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie.
You got Rule in Nebraska's. You got Mullen, and you got who going to Penn State? You
and
got
that's
Lane.
if these coaches get fired. If they
If
do,
these coaches, if these
Yeah.
jobs come open, then that's what we talking about.
yeah, I think Matt Rule going to Penn State. I think that might be the most done deal out of all of them. I do.
All right, Brinsky, who's your 3?
My 3, I'm gonna say Matt Rule at Penn State.
You're gonna have to with his lineup because Nebraska's job has to be open.
Facts.
Yeah,
So we
Yeah.
have a choice.
but if if he goes somewhere else, let's just say he goes somewhere else and there's another job that's open.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you.
No. I'm just gonna keep it as me. I think he's going there. The Nebraska job, I would say. No, I don't see.
Dane Franklin.
No.
Hey, James Franklin.
Yeah, be happy to win 10 games in Nebraska.
I can see Eli,
Oh, my
not Eli, Kurt Setnetti going to Nebraska. I can see that, but I do like that.
Clark Lee, like Jeremy said.
Ooh.
Clark Lee might throw
Lee
a
in
monkey wrench in
Nebraska.
all this stuff.
Lane Kiffin at Florida. That's what I'm going with.
Lane, I think so, bro. That's the closest he can get to Cali, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
Palm trees and weather. I think he'll go to Florida, bro.
John, what's yours?
Man, I don't know how to play this because, in all reality, the coach, if we're playing this, Matt Rule's probably going to end up. I think he's not the right guy, but I think he ends up at Penn State.
I don't think he's the right guy either, but I think he's a Penn Stater.
So,
They like it.
based on that bull crap, because we saw what happened in Alabama when we hired Mike Shula, because Mike Shula is the alumnus and all this stuff and all that.
He's a Bama guy.
Disaster happened. So same thing. But so we'll say Matt Rule to Penn State for the Nebraska job. I'm going to say the Florida job. We'll go Lane Kiffin, but I want to throw a wrench in this. Lane Kiffin to Florida, and then Kurt Signetti to Ole Miss.
What? Hey, it could happen. He been in the SEC, obviously.
Who's going to Nebraska? Who's going to
I
Nebraska?
would love to see him then.
Because he's talking all that mess. So I want to see him in the SEC. I don't think it's going to happen. I think.
Wait, who's going to Ole Miss?
I said if Lane left to go to Florida, I want to see Kurt Signetti come to Ole
That's
Miss.
a hell of a call right there, John. If that happened, that's a hell of a call right there. If that happened.
And then
But who would be at Nebraska?
So my Nebraska job would be
Alex
and
Goldie.
that would be who's that cat Summerall? What's his name?
John Summerall.
John Summerall to Nebraska.
That's a good
I'm
one.
just-
Except
I'm just throwing
he
that out
went
there.
to Yeah, you're just throwing shit.
I'm just throwing shit out there for Nebraska. I don't like Nebraska. I don't like
It's
anything
just
about
throwing
Nebraska.
shit up against the wall, bro. Come
That
on.
Penn State and that Nebraska jobs are big jobs now.
No,
Big.
I got a
They
question
are.
before we
They're
get
where coaches go to die.
Yeah.
and that's my thing is, guys, I hate to pose this question. Is Nebraska really the job it once was under Osborne? Like, can you realistically get there and win the games, to win the big games?
If it's
Kids ain't trying to. Hey man, I know this. Now I know this just from high school football. Ain't nobody around here got Nebraska in their top 5. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to go to cornfields or do you want
Even
to
the
go to
3-star kids, they're not trying to go way out.
If it stayed in the Big 12, I would have said then it would have still been had that. I got to send you that video too, Jason. I seen that and I learned a lot about that Oklahoma and Nebraska rivalry.
Yeah, it was legit. And
Yeah.
when
Until they
but
switched,
a lot of what it was,
messed
it
up a lot.
was Texas. It was Texas, and then they were doing a lot with the JUCOs.
Yep.
You're gonna have to do well with the JUCOs.
Gotta
Look,
do what
I'm
you got.
just to be. I can't believe that Penn State would actually get Matt Rule. So I'm gonna say they're gonna get Signetti.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they're gonna get Signetti.
So Signetti to Penn State is what you're going.
I'm not gonna pick who goes to Indiana because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
But
nobody cares.
As far as Florida goes, it's not Lane. It's not Lane. I think I think they get Drink.
Think so?
Why?
I do.
You,
I don't know why. I just think they like him.
You
I
see what
just think
Coach
they
Al
like
said. You see what Coach Al said. Joey McGuire from Texas Tech.
can I give a wild take as well on this?
Why? They're giving him all kinds of money. All he's got to do
Oh
is
yeah,
win.
he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
If Signetti leaves Indiana, how much of a reach would it be because of the connection in the previous coaching that Sheridan ends up in Indiana in some way, shape, or form?
That's a hell of a job to take for your.
Now, I'm not saying head coach necessarily, but he has so many connections to Indiana.
Yeah, he'll go to Indiana.
Koch Lupoy, new head coach at UCLA.
Or would it be your actual coordinator?
It would be. That's what I'm saying. Be an actual offensive coordinator.
I like that
Yeah.
one. That would be
Koch
a hell of a
Lupoy.
hire right
It's
there.
a stomping ground.
He's a hell of a recruiter too.
That's
And
a
that's his
home
stomping
run
ground.
hire. They will
Well-
send the money.
Drink's buyout isn't crazy. Lane's buyout's $4 million. That's
Yeah.
it.
Lanes isn't nothing.
It's nothing. But I don't see him.
Water,
I
here
just
he
don't think
comes.
he's leaving, man.
I think Lane is changing, bro. Didn't you hear what he said about the crowd at Ole Miss in his press conference? He
Yeah.
was like, we don't, I think he changing, bro. I think he
But it
want
was
to win.
Wazoo. It was Wazoo.
His daughter is leaving college. She about to go marry this boy.
Okay, well that's
Go
assuming
get
then
his
that they're going to
NFL
fire.
money.
You got to assume that they're going to fire this guy, the AD as well. And they just won a national champion. They've won national championships in basketball and
They can care less about that
baseball.
basketball chick. They can care less.
yeah, I don't know.
That football program is doing awful.
And Coach Al
Grubb's name being thrown around. I would say, yeah. I don't know about the Indiana deal, but I think it's going to be
I think
Drink.
Grubb sits
I think
around
it's
for a
Drink and
while.
Signetti, and I'm
I don't
not
think
I'm not giving Nebraska nothing on that. I think they keep him. They got the money to keep him.
I'm gonna tap this one, then we're gonna get up out of here. I ain't know we was over that long. My fault. Got talking about these coaches. But Christine said don't look now, coaches, but Nebraska could run it.
We already read that one.
I already read that one. No, that wasn't the one. My fault. Hate on Nebraska all day. We got the bread and the fan. I ain't saying y'all ain't got
Just
the
not
bread.
the wins. Just not the wins,
I
bro.
ain't saying. Hey man,
I mean,
I'm not
Tom
hating on it, but
Tom
sorry.
Osborne is not walking through that door.
and it's a lot of schools, believe it or not, Christian, with a lot of money and a lot of fans, right? But they just can't get that recruiting pipeline right to get abundant. Sure, you'll get a couple kids here or there, but you got to get enough kids consistently to have, the Jimmys and the Joes, man, every single
They
season.
ain't done it. They haven't done it in a long time, man.
Give me the money. Give me the money right now.
I
Y'all
take
gonna
that
hate me
job
for real.
yesterday.
You
I
gonna
wouldn't
hate
even care
me.
how long it lasted. Just give me a good buyout.
Maybe I'll be your water boy, Brett. You
Give
pay me to
me
be
a
your
good
water
buyout,
boy.
'cause you
Hell
gonna hate
yeah.
me. You gonna hate me as though. See, this ain't college football 26. But man, appreciate everybody coming on in here, man. We went well over time, man, because I knew this conversation was gonna be crazy. It's a lot of news right now, especially with this Auburn situation. It's not looking good for Hugh Freeze, saying what he said about Kamari Austin.
Yeah.
And all the players have came out pretty much and just saying, shout out to Dukes for pointing out like all he wanted was a red shirt, and you making it seem like he's a terrible person, and all the players are sticking up for him. I'm not an Auburn guy, but I love that from those Auburn players that they did that. Like, we're gonna stop this bull jive. And you said the bobblehead, I'll probably do it on Thursday, man. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel and all that when we do the week 8 preview on Thursday at 6 o'clock. But I'm gonna let these brothers shout out their channel, and we're gonna get up out of here.
All Things College Football with Jason Watkins. It's at HOF-CFB right here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at JW_HOF as well. But hey, man, appreciate you guys having me on as always. Tough weekend, but we'll see how it goes the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's a long season.
Obviously on the Bama Standard Network. First, I want to obviously thank Brinsky for the invite. Seeing Coach Shawn, seeing you, Jason, seeing Tez on here before he got off. Same thing with Bishop. Coach Al, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody in the comment section. Sooner to Win, Jeremy Susan. I mean, everybody. I saw Lisa made an appearance today. Mars. I mean, just the list goes on and on. Obviously, we wouldn't be doing this without you guys, but I do want to say that I'm starting a brand new live stream. I'll be doing Monday through Thursday tomorrow morning on the Bama Standard Network. It's going to be a morning show. So from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., it's going to be called Bama Vibes AM. So I'll be doing on the Bama Standard. And it'll be organized every week. Monday, I'll be breaking down the post game, right? So then Tuesday will be National College Football News. Wednesday, I'll be talking not recruiting, but pregame. And then Thursday, I'll be talking recruiting, specifically Alabama. So, but I appreciate the invite. We got a lot of good stuff coming up on that recruiting side with Coach Carl and them as well. So a lot of things coming.
And I can't wait for it, my brother.
Man, much love to everybody on the panel. Tap in with these guys. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. You can definitely find me at JMHO Sports Talk, just my humble opinion, on Twitter and YouTube.
Oh, yeah, and everybody, man, y'all already know, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Sorry I kept these guys well over time. That's why I started doing the show at 6.
Hey, hit that last comment that I put up there real quick.
My fault. Oh, go ahead.
No, just make sure everybody, if you should have a poll in your email if you've been voting with us.
Yeah.
So make sure you jump over there and check it out. If you don't see it in your regular email, check your spam folder and make sure it ain't spammed out.
Yeah.
Make
so
sure you guys vote.
So take all you need is just some time, man. So definitely help out Jason. And I see John already doing something crazy, man.
So if you want to post that real quick, just want to say it's officially that.
Oh yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Coach Shawn. He hates these guys. He hates these guys. He hates them. He hates them bad. I hate Auburn, but this man really hates them Tennessee.
I can't stand them low down. They low down, man.
They dirty. They some snitches. They
Yes,
all.
they
Oh man, Thursday show is gonna be beautiful, man.
Yes.
But man, appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, man, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. If you subscribe over to Jason's channel, I put his link in the chat. If you not subscribed to Coach Shawn channel, hit that subscribe button. To this channel, make sure you subscribe. All the links are in the chat. Definitely appreciate you. And we'll definitely catch y'all on Thursday. Y'all already know F them trees. I feel bad for my boy Tez.
Yeah.
But it's all good. But y'all already know. Catch y'all on the next one. Roll damn Tide.